Morning, Ivy. What's up?
Nothing, everything's fine. I'm just keeping my eye out for you, that's all. You've forgotten, haven't you? I told you last night, that couple of hours that you owe me, I'm having them this morning. You said it were all right.
Oh, yeah. Slipped me mind. Hard night last night. Make sure it is only a couple of hours, though, won't you? Not all morning. Otherwise, it would be like holiday camp in there. Not a production, right?
Oh, no, I'll be back by 11.
You sarcastic devil.
Me? Never. That was a genuine compliment.
Accepted in the spirit it was offered, then. Hey, Mike, you get that message last night?
What message?
Well, your dad rang the Rovers. He'd been phoning round trying to find you.
What did he want?
Well, I don't know. You'll have to ask him. That was the message. He's coming up to see you.
I hope you're joking.
Oh, my heckers like. He said to tell you that he's coming up from London. Sounded a nice old bloke, I thought.
That's what you think. He's a devious little swine.
Well, you know what they say. Like father, like son. Mind you, as I said last night, there'll be folk round here surprised to learn you even had a father in the first place.
Hey, it's about time you were in bed.
Never mind all that. What are you doing home?
Honest, Bert, it goes in one ear and out the other with you sometimes, doesn't it? I've already told you at breakfast. Gail's coming round. We're going to do some Christmas shopping.
Oh, very good. And what about work, my sweet?
Oh, it's all right. I've got a couple hours owing to it. Bert, I've already told you all this.
Well, forgive me, love, but you get a bit dopey when you've been on the night shift all night, know what I mean?
Yeah, some are a bit dopey to start off with and all that.
Anyway, Christmas shopping, it's a bit soon, isn't it? It's only December the 1st.
So, I'd like to be on top side of it just for once in my life instead of always being last push. Anyway, if it gets any nearer Christmas, Gail will not want dragging round shops, will she?
Hi. Hello. I'm not late, am I?
No, you're just right.
Hello, love, how are you feeling?
Not so bad considering. My ankles are swelling up a bit and I suppose I look like the side of an house.
Don't you fret, I've seen bigger than you. My cousin Margaret, for instance, when she was expecting their Dennis, you know, she had a big blonde beehive hairdo, and if she walked down the street on a windy day, she looked like a runaway haystack.
Everybody thought she were having twins, didn't they?
She was only there, Dennis. Mind you, he eats enough for twins.
Well, I'm not having twins. They can tell when they put you on that scanner thing. As a matter of fact, they said they could probably tell me whether I was having a boy or a girl. I said I didn't want to know.
Oh, I couldn't have done that, love. Me, I'd have had to know. Anyway, come on, let's get off and go that shopping.
See ya. Ta-ta.
See you, love.
Yeah. Ta-ra.
Are you jiggered, or is it my sparkling conversation getting boring?
Oh, I'm dog weary, Eddie. Hardly closed my eyes all night. It was Stan, you see, kept me awake.
Yeah, I knew something was going on last night. Well, them walls are a bit thin, you know.
Oh, you heard him, did you?
Oh, I didn't hear him, but I heard you. Now, what was it? Let me see. Oh, yes. Give it a rest, Stan, you shouted. And then a bit later, you shouted, I'll tie your hands to the bedhead. Now, Hilda, I've been around a bit, and I'm a bit sophisticated for around here. But do you mind telling me exactly what you two were up to?
Well, it was Stan's itchy spots. They make him restless, you see. And then he starts itching and scratching and throwing himself about. Oh, and sighing. You think he's just gone off, and then he heaves like a great sigh. It's like a whale blowing. And then he's off again, scratching himself like mad.
Any tea going?
Look, get back on them windows, you great fat lump. You've not been out the house half an hour.
Oh, don't you start. I've had enough out there.
Something upset you, Stan?
Yeah, he's seen some work and it's frightened him.
I've been stopped work, haven't I? I'm starting on this house, and I felt an itch, so I started scratching.
Well, what about it?
Well, this woman comes out of the house, sees me scratching, and says I'm lousy.
Oh, that's not very nice, Stan.
Tells me to move on, like, you know, didn't want my spots, and don't do a windows at all.
Oh, that's rotten, that is.
It upset me. I can't work when I'm upset.
Now, see, I'm just about sick of these itchy spots of yours.
They're my spots, aren't they? And they're going all over the place, round my knees and all.
Yeah, well, you may have them, but it's me what's suffering from them. Now, you get down to the doctors and get them sorted out.
I don't like doctors.
They're only there to help, Stan.
What do they know? Nout. If I go down there, they won't tell me what started the spot. Oh, no. They'll say, stop smoking, stop drinking, stop eating, go on a diet.
Yeah, quite right to know.
It's not. They protect themselves with that. They like to punish you.
I never heard such rubbish in all my born days. Now, look, if you don't go and see that doctor and get something done about that itching, we'll have to get single beds.
That's a bit drastic, isn't it, Hilda?
I mean it. Now, do you hear me, Stanley? If you don't get yourself sorted out, we'll have to sleep in separate beds.
I don't care if we have separate houses.
Hello. Oh, you're back then?
I've been back ages.
I'm glad to hear it. Keep your eye on those girls, will you? There's no one standing over them. It's like a slow-motion replay out there. And tell them there's nothing automatic about the Christmas bonus either.
Yes, OK, but there's,
What's your problem now?
Well, there's somebody to see you.
Who?
Well, this is your dad.
Oh, yeah, I'm expecting him. Will you mean?
Yeah, well, come this way, Mr. Baldwin.
Hello, son. I don't think this good lady of yours quite believed who I was. You didn't think I was old enough to have a big grown-up son like Michael, did you, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, we'll keep him at it then, Ivy.
Right.
Nice to see you, sunshine.
Yeah. Now, what are you doing up here, then?
I come to see you, haven't I? Natural thing, isn't it? Father coming to see his boy.
Yeah, some fathers.
Listen, I left messengers all over for you last night. Where were you? Out on the town, eh? That was some big blonde, I bet. Chip of the old block you are.
Now, what are you doing up here, eh? Some old man after you, is that it? Eh? Been misbehaving yourself at the over-60s club, is that it?
Give over. That's not a very nice thing to say about your old man now, is it?
Well, can't help wondering why you suddenly dash up here. I mean, you've never been up before, have you?
That's why I come. All these years, I kept saying to myself, must go and have a look at Mike's business. Pay a call on him, up there in the frozen north. So here I am.
And you're definitely not in lumber. I mean, you don't owe anyone a bit of cash or anything like that.
Leave off. I keep telling you. This is just a personal visit. You know, just want to see you. That's all.
Oh. Oh, well, here I am then. And this is where it all happens. The big throbbing heart of the Mike Baldwin business empire.
Oh, don't knock it, son. You got a good business going here. Yeah. I can see that. All them girls working away like beavers. Hey, you've done well. Mind you deserve it. Here. I bet you got a bottle of scotch tucked away somewhere, eh? You keep from all them big clients.
I could have, yeah.
I knew you would. That's one thing you always had, the talent for knowing the way to do things. Putting on the style a bit. I'll have a large one.
Oh, you haven't changed, eh?
No.
Hilda! Hilda!
What?
Scratch me back of the butt, I can't get out.
Hard luck.
Oh, Hilda. Hilda, love. Oh, Hilda, please, Chuck.
Oh, it's please Chuck now, is it? Wasn't that before, was it? It was I don't care if we sleep in separate houses, wasn't it?
I was only kidding.
You hurt me, Stanley Ogden.
Oh, come on, scratch me back, will you, please, please? Bit lower, bit lower. That's it.
Just look at me. Stood here scratching your back. When I think of what I wanted out of life, and look at me now.
Don't stop, keep going.
Oh, look, I can't stand here all day, you know.
Hello. Still itching, how we stand?
Oh, it's shocking. They're going all over. On my chest now.
I hope it's not catching. I'll have to paint a white cross on the door outside, and when you go out, you'll have to have one of them little bells around your neck.
Look, if it was catching, you'd have got it by now, and me and all. Hey, you know what I think? I think it's measles, something like that.
Only kids get them.
Well, you're childish enough.
Do you know what I think? I think it's one of them allergies.
Oh, what is he?
An allergy. You know, something your body can't be doing with.
Work. He's been allergic to that ever since I've known him.
Could be. Or it could be something he's eating.
I'm not stopping eating, I've told you.
Or it could be dust.
Here, what are you hinting at? Are you making out this house is dusty?
No, I'm just saying you can get allergies to all sorts of things. I mean, things you've been used to all your life, you can suddenly become allergenic, like, you know. Then again, it could be you, Hilda.
What are you talking about?
Well, you could have hit the nail right on the head when you said separate beds. He could be allergic to you.
Scratch me back, Chuck.
Yeah. You got a nice place here, son. I'm really glad you struck it lucky like this.
What are you on about? Luck's got nothing to do with it.
Sure. Don't get me wrong. But I always knew you had it in you. Always. Right from when you was a nipper. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ever since you had that paper round. Proper little tycoon you were, remember? Mind you, not surprising, is it? Bred into you.
Dad, what are you on about?
I'm on about you being a bright boy, a good businessman. Still, you get that from me, don't you, eh? I always had an eye for an opportunity. Always.
Yeah, that's true. Like the time Arthur Collins flogged you that lorry load of record players, eh?
Blimey. Don't remind me of that.
No, they were nicked. You must have known that, surely.
Honest, I didn't. I trusted Arthur Collins.
Well, you must have been the only bloke in Hendon that did then.
Well, I've made mistakes now and again, I admit that. But if I've had a fault, it's not been stupidity. It's been trusting people. Well, I can't help that. It was always my way. Mind you, nowadays, I don't trust anybody.
Quite right, like me. You know, I wouldn't even trust you. Here, come to think of it, especially you.
That's good. You got my sense of humour as well. You always... What's that?
Eh? Oh, that's the works order. Dinner time, isn't it?
No, I know you really have got it made. Your own works order. Like I say, I'm really pleased for you, son. Another thing I'm pleased about, well, I'm onto something good. I'll be glad to let you in on it.
Oh, no, hang on a minute.
A couple of £1,000 in this, and in 6 months' time, you'll have doubled it. Easy. In fact, the sky's the limit. This is the best investment you'll ever make.
Dad, no.
No?
No.
You don't even know what it is yet.
It doesn't matter what it is, because I can't do it. I haven't got the cash, I just haven't got it.
Give over. All them girls flogging themselves to death out there.
Oh, yeah, well, we got an order to get out, haven't we? And I don't even know where I'm going to get paid for that. And I'll tell you another thing. I do not know where my next order is coming from. The book is empty, and I've got wages to pay. I'm into the bank for as much as they let me have.
But I thought you was doing well.
You've got to put up a good front, haven't you? People think you're a little bit wobbly, and bang, you're dead. Sorry, Dad. That's the way it is.
You lying git. You're doing all right, you are. What's this load of baloney you're giving me?
Dad, on my life,
You don't know where your next order's coming. Now, listen. That supervisor girl, that Ivy,
Yeah.
she told me you've got orders rolling in here from today until next Pancake Tuesday.
Yeah, well, she talks too much.
So don't give me that stuff about being short of the readies. I just don't believe it.
Well, I don't care what you believe. And I'll tell you something else.
What?
When it comes to investing in one of your surefire schemes, I am skint, and I always will be skint. And that is final.
Well, you'll regret it, son. I'm on to a winner.
I'm glad. If it's such a surefire scheme, you won't have any trouble finding the money then, will you?
I'll find it all right. Don't you worry. Oh.
Oh, oh, will you stop it? You're making me itchy and all now.
Some places I can't get at.
Yeah, well, I'm not scratching them for you. If you can't reach them yourself, I'm damn sure I'm not trying.
Times like these, you find your friends, isn't it?
Now then, here, this'll sort out what's wrong with you. I've been round to all my Pimlets in Nelson Street. She's lent me her home doctor book.
Oh, terrific. Who needs the National Health Service?
Oh, you can say what you like. But old Ma Pimlet's brought up 14 kids and never lost one. She swears by this book.
All right, look up allergy. Go on. A-L-L...
I don't need spelling lessons, thank you very much. Allergy. Oh, it's not here.
Of course it is. Come here. Hey, it's not. Mind you, ague's here. How old's this book, Hilda?
It's very good. Old Ma Pimlet's cured all sorts out of this book.
Yeah, well, I still think it's dangerous doctoring out of books.
What do you mean, dangerous?
Well, you've only got to have a misprint on the medicines and you're knackered, aren't you?
Oh, shut up, you. You're only trying to put him off. Now then, Stanley, what symptoms have you got?
Well, I've got spots.
Right. We'll look up spots for a start. Spots. Well, that's not here either.
Well, there you are. I told you it was useless.
Oh, it must be here somewhere. Oh, it's got spasm. Oh, that looks interesting. I'll have to read that later. Then there's spitting blood. You've not been doing that, though, have
Of
you?
course I haven't.
Oh, no, good job and all from what it says here. By heck, you'd know about it if you had spasm, though.
Anyway, they probably don't call them spots. They probably got some fancy medical name for them. They probably call them something like excrescences. They're spots. Nasty, horrible spots.
Don't you talk about my spots like that.
Only son who helps, Stan. Look up rash, Hilda.
Oh, shut up, will you? I'm studying.
Oh, come on, let's play darts. Might make me forget me itching.
Hey, well, no scratching yourself with my arrows.
Right, here. Hold it. Right. Hey, that's not bad.
Now, Len, I've been thinking. Mavis will be on her own at Christmas. And I was thinking we could invite her for Christmas Day.
You know how to get me going, don't you?
Oh, I'm serious. It's supposed to be goodwill time, isn't it?
If she comes, it's goodbye time. It's either her or me. I want a break from her at Christmas.
Knew I were wasting my breath.
2 large scotch, please, Fred. Oh, I'd like you to meet me father. This is Lim Fairclough and his lovely wife, Rita.
Hello. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
Always glad to meet friends of young Mike's. Always surprised to hear he's got any friends. Know what I mean? You'll join us on drink, I hope.
There he goes, spending me money again.
Here we are, Albert. 1/2 a best mile.
I'm glad you got rid of that rubbish.
Oh, yeah, after Mrs. Walker and the bin men signed the peace treaty, they came and shifted it.
No, but it was disgraceful. Stigma making my eyes water.
I don't know, I was getting to quite like it. I used to go out in that yard first thing in the morning and take a good deep breath. It put me in minds at seaweed beds near Fleetwood Jetty.
Well, she might have been breeding rats. And I've seen rats, you know, in France in first lot. We took over some trenches from froggies.
Excuse me, Albert. I'll have to hear this tale later. Keep it warm, eh?
And you, Len, having your own business, you'll know what I mean. And you'll know that it's right. Even when there's a slump on, there's always money to be made.
I dare say that's true, yeah?
Yeah, it's true, it is. And when you're onto a good thing, you've got to be able to exploit it and make the most of it.
You and your good things. Now, don't encourage my old man when he's on about making a fortune. What was it last time? Skateboards,
There's
wasn't
a
it?
lot of money made out of skateboards, I can tell you.
Lot lost as well. My dad's speciality, that. Finding the trend, jumping on it just in time to lose your shirt. And anybody else's with a bit of luck.
What will you do with this boy, eh? Always pulling somebody's leg ears. Get out of it. It's a good thing I've got a sense of humour.
Come on, then, drink up and I'll run you to the station.
Go on, what's the rush? It's Scotch, that, isn't it?
Yeah, but the last London train leaves in half an hour, you see.
Oh, let it go. I like it. I reckon I'll stay over.
But give us a couple of large Scotches, will you, love? This is Mike's dad.
No, you don't look old enough, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, I definitely like it here. You can call me Frankie, darling.
And not only that, you don't look guilty enough.
How do you mean?
Well, for letting this lad of yours loose on the world. He comes up here running rings round us simple northerners, you know.
Well, come on, then, drink up or you miss the train. Bit late to start looking for digs, isn't it?
Don't drag your dad away so quick. I reckon I could find him a bed.
Oh, I've heard about this northern hospitality.
Oh, now I know where Mike gets it from. Fred?
Hello.
You've not met Mike's dad, have you?
No, pleased to meet you,
He needs a bed for tonight. Mrs. Walker would want to help out if she was here, wouldn't she?
I dare say, but she's not here, is she?
Well, exactly. A room is, though, and Mr. Baldwin, Frankie, I should say, is willing to pay.
OK? 5 of you OK?
Why not?
Terrific. I'm fixed up for tonight, son. Don't worry about me. Give Fred a better drink by way of a thank you.
Any chance of tea?
Oh, don't keep going on.
But I'm hungry.
Well, there's not much wrong with you if you can keep shouting for food.
Well, I've got to build my strength up.
And it's me and all. I'm hungry and all, Hilda.
Well, you'll just have to fend for yourselves. I'm going to climb into bed.
Do you know, I knew this would happen as soon as that flaming doctoring book came in this house.
Well, it's a good job I brought it. I wouldn't have known I were ill.
It's all in your head.
Yeah, well, my head is throbbing.
I mean, you're imagining it all.
Oh, I wish I was, Eddie. No, my pulse keeps stopping, you see, and then all of a sudden it's off again.
Hilda, it's the book. They're well known for it, these medical books. Look, Stan will back me up, Stan. You know when you read a dirty book and you feel all fruity and that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's the same with medical books. You read them and you start feeling proper poorly.
Oh, but I've got symptoms, Eddie. I get these, like giddy feelings and then sudden stabbing feelings.
It's the book. You look up Yellow Jack and Blackwater Fever. I wouldn't mind betting you've got the same symptoms for that and all.
And I get a sort of bloated feeling after I've eaten.
Chance to be a fine thing.
Oh, shut up, you. You never got any sympathy when I'm poorly.
You're not poorly, you got nothing to show for it. I have. Wait till I get my pullover off.
Oh, don't take your pullover off, Stan. Put me off me tea. That's if we get any.
Oh, all right, I'll make you some. But don't be surprised if I keel over in that kitchen.
You're a little belter, Hilda. Hey, Stan.
What?
I've just had a thought.
What?
Your spots could be worth money.
What do you mean?
Well, it could be something you can claim on. I mean, if you've cocked it while you were working, or got it out of a manky tin or some cuvette, well, you might be able to claim compensation. I'd get down as doctor right away if I were you.
I see your point, yeah. I'll get round tomorrow, straight away.
If he signs the cheque and says that's what it is, then you cracked it, haven't you?
Just tell me something, Stanley.
What?
These dirty books you seem to know so much about, when have you been reading them and why?
Well, between you and me, Frankie, on paper, I'm not the landlord. No, the licence is held by Annie Walker. She's been here donkey's years, but, well, I sort of run the joint, you know.
You run it very well, too, Fred, if you don't mind my saying so. It takes brains to run a good pub.
Oh, that's right.
And further what we were saying just now, business doesn't have to be in your own name, does it? I found that once or twice. You know what I mean?
Oh, no danger.
I thought you would. I could tell you was shrewd straight off. I said to myself, he knows what's what. Then again, Fred, it's not what you know in this world now, is it?
Oh, no. It's who you know.
Right, exactly.
I was just thinking, Arnold, about Christmas. Perhaps we ought to invite poor Mavis to share it with us.
Well, you're not serious.
Well, she's on her own.
Yes, I know, dear. But so are a lot of people. I mean, last Christmas you were. So was I. This Christmas will be our first together. I just want to shut out the rest of the world.
Yes, I can see that, but...
I know she's a friend of yours, but she isn't family, is she?
Right, here we are then. Sherry for Emily, and a half for Arnold.
Thank you, Ken.
Well, all the best, Ken. Cheers.
Yes.
I think this will have to be my last. I'm off early tomorrow morning.
Oh, you're going away?
Yeah, it's just an overnight trip, collecting some pets. There's always an increase in trade at this time of the year, you know.
You know, I'd like to get in on something like that, Frankie, but I'm not very good at the technical side, you know, but I can certainly see the scope there, mate.
Well, Terry, my partner, he's the electronics wizard. He takes care of that side of it. Used to be at the BBC, he did. I look after the business end of it all, you see.
Well, you certainly seem to be on a winner, mate.
I'll tell you what, Fred. You've been very decent with me, you know. Fixing me up with a bed and that. And I've taken a fancy to you. Why shouldn't you make yourself a few quid? Come in on the deal if you want. Put some money in.
Hey, great, Frankie. Hang on a minute, I've got a bob or two to spare.
Okay. Have a large Scotch, please, my darling. See what this boy of mine is drinking. Come on for yourself, of course.
Thank you, kind sir. Scotch, is it, mate?
No, leave me out, Dad. I want to pop across the factory for half an hour.
Oh, cheap row, then.
Cheers. Now then, while you're here, I ought to be doing my best to prize a few secrets out of you. A few tales about Mike when he was a little lad, you know.
Oh, there are a few, I can tell you.
Give over. You weren't there half the time. When you were normally sozzled.
Oh, he's always been a cheeky boy, as our Michael Vernon.
Michael Vernon. Well, there's something I've learned already, you see.
Yeah, well, enjoy yourself, Dad. I'll be back in half an hour. If you're still standing, I'll take you for a steak.
I'll be right back, Frankie.
All right, darling.
Oh. Look, there's 70 quid here.
70 quid? Well, that doesn't buy you much these days, Fred. Still, I did say I'd give you the chance. I'll put it in for you.
Yeah, listen, I might be managed to, you know, scrape a bit more together if you're hanging about a bit, you know.
Well, that's up to you. You'll double it in a few months' time. Easy. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
So if you get Mr. Swain to sign it there, and then you witness it here. Then you witness it here. Are you all right, love? Are you all right, love?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm going too fast for you, aren't I? Look, let me recap, as they say. Mr. Swain must sign here before we can pay the surrender value of the policy to his wife in Worthing, Mrs. Margaret Patricia Swain. It's what they call a husband and wife policy. Mr. Swain took it out, and then his wife has kept up the payments. But now she wants to surrender it. But we can't pay her until he says so, because it's still his policy, legally. Now, don't ask me what she's doing down in Worthing and him up here. Ours not the reason why. I mean, I just work for Industrial and General, and you just work for him, and the less we know about the ins and outs of the business, the better. Have you got it so you can tell him?
Yes.
Great. Well, I'll pop in tomorrow morning and pick it up then. I better get cracking on this one. It's been chasing him around for some weeks. It's been to Northampton, Bury, Stockport. Any road, we're all happy now, eh? You are open tomorrow morning, are you?
Here you are. Don't say never do out for you. Oh. And she can't crack on, she's running short of tea now. Oh, I could murder a cup.
Oh, give it a rest, will you, Hilda? You've only been here 5 minutes.
Well, I was thirsty before I come. Hey, anybody seen Emily this morning? No, I've only seen my husband and him. Yeah, not clapped eyes on any human beings then. You could say that, yeah.
What's up with her?
Who?
Emily, you just said, has anybody seen Emily this morning? I'm saying, what's up with her?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just shouted good morning to her, and you'd have thought I were the tallyman. I mean, the way she dashed inside that house and shut the door like a scolded cock. Ooh, she'll be having that fancy glass out again. We're still shaking when I passed.
Maybe she didn't want you to see her bruises.
What bruises, Fred? Hey, he don't knock her about, does he?
Well, I wouldn't wonder. It's always the quiet ones that get up to them games, innit?
Give over. He does his lashing with his tongue, does that one?
You never know what goes on behind closed doors, and there's a lot of it about. Does your Stan ever take a swing at you, Hilda?
Oh, I'd take a swing back if he did, big as he is. Hey, I wonder if she's poorly.
Perhaps she's been canoodling with her Stan, you know. Caught a few spots off him.
Well, by heck, he can spare one or two. Is that right? You know, the doctor's saying that he could be allergic to beer. Oh, no, well, it could be anything, but he's just told him to lay off beer until he sees him again. Huh? So don't let me catch either of you two slipping him a pint on the QT.
It'd be like taking away a baby's milk.
Hey, he wants to go on a nice, quiet holiday to the Bahamas. Like I'm going to do when I make my fortune.
He's robbing a bank.
No, there's no robbing banks. It's all on the up and up. Moderate investment in a good scheme, or I'll get my money 100-fold.
How much have you parted with?
70 quid.
Oh, there's one bought every minute.
Look, Betty, I would have let you in, but you weren't here. So if you want to go halves, 35 quid, look, we're equal partners.
35 quid?
Well, look at it this way, Betty. It's an investment in a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, like chucking it down a grid, you mean?
Chance of a lifetime, love.
Yes, well, Hilder'll go in with you, won't you?
Come can't wait to get my purse out.
You'll be sorry. I'm telling you, you'll be sorry.
Oh, I can't tell you how pleased I am about Mr. Fairclough inviting me to spend Christmas Day with you.
Well, heaven knows you've tried. Give it a rest for 5 minutes.
It was so unexpected.
I'll grant you that.
I think them are the nicest sort of surprises, don't you, with the unexpected ones?
Definitely. Has Emily been in for a magazine yet?
No. Do you think I ought to buy him a nice present?
Who?
Mr. Fairclough for inviting me. I wish you'd listen when I'm talking to
Oh,
him.
yeah, get him a present.
Well, what?
I don't know. You're talking about the fella who has everything. Flat feet, falling hair, loudest snore at Northern Union.
Rita.
I'm trying to get you off the subject. You don't have to bother about a present or anything. Just come.
I think I'll get him some male cosmetics because they're always useful, aren't they? What sort does he like?
Have you opened them Christmas novelties yet?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, look, if he's not particular, I'll just get something to match the bathroom tiles.
Thank God.
Been waiting for me, have you?
Anybody.
Charming. Just a packet of my cigars with you?
Certainly. You're going away for Christmas?
With my lot, I wouldn't put it past them to throw a party and burn the place down. No, I am not going away.
I'm going to Rita's for Christmas Day. Mr. Fairclough invited me.
How nice.
Hey, Mike, are you going back to work?
Where else?
Do us a favour, will you? Shove a magazine through Emily's letterbox for us.
You know, they call us Cockneys cheeky. Do I look like a newspaper boy?
Very handsome one.
Oh, well, which one does she have then?
Ideal home.
Oh, bully for her.
Flaming racket, can't you?
Look, I've got to clean the carpets, haven't I? You might be happy living in a muckhole, but I'm not.
I don't mean the vacuum, I mean the singing. You were singing too loud. It's better when you sing soft.
Yeah, and you're better when you're saying nought.
What are you cleaning up for? Who's coming?
Nobody's coming. It's just that I'm not having that doctor thinking you're getting your allergy off house dust. It's spotless, is this place. You could do a heart transplant on that table.
He only said it might be house dust.
I know what he only said, and where do you think you're going?
Down the road was for half an hour.
Oh, yes. He only said it might be beer and all. He told you to lay off till he'd seen you again.
Oh, well, it's not for the beer. I'm just going to have a natter with the lads, you know.
Oh. Oh, well, in that case, I'll come and all. Just you wait there while I get my coat on.
Flipping egg.
Hello, Flora. It's Emily. No, I'm afraid I've not been terribly well. I've rung you earlier, but... Oh, did you... Oh, it must have been out of order. Oh, well, that was kind. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, I wonder if you could come round when you close for lunch. No, I don't want anything, just a word with you. Good. Well, I'll see you then. Bye.
Well, doesn't look like anyone's going to buy me a drink, so I might as well buy me own. Betty, last scotch when you've got a minute left.
OK, my love.
Oh, you might as well do the round while you're at it.
Right, we'll save the champagne till Friday.
Anything you say, Dom. Hello, Hilda. I'm buying what you have.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. I'll have a sweet sherry and he'll have a pineapple juice.
Oh, flippin', mate. How are you doing, Stan? Not so bad.
Oh, do you mind? Some of us aren't eaten yet.
Look, before you start, he's a lot better than he was. Just show him your stomach, Stanley. What's the matter? You've all seen human flesh before, haven't you?
Yeah, but never quite as much as that at one helping.
Well, you're a fine one to talk. Honest, look at them. Gutsies, the lot of them. I mean, look at him, and him, and him. And they've got the brass nerve to talk about my Stan.
That's right, Hilda. You tell them, lovey.
Like a twiggy there.
Hey, cheeky.
Hey, isn't this a nice street? One for one and all for nobody.
I say, Stan, it's not really beer that's causing your spots, is it? Because, I mean, if it is, Newton and Ridders are going to go bust.
Is it heckler beer?
Well, it could be. It could be anything.
I think it's a dust.
Look, you say that once more and I'll give you a good hiding.
I say it couldn't be dust in your house, could it, Hilda? I mean, unless he crawls under the carpet, because, I mean, that's where you keep it, innit?
See
All right.
Hey, come here.
Yeah?
About Mavis.
Oh, listen, she's chuffed a little mint ball. She can't stop talking about it. Total stranger come in shop and she said, I'm going to the fair clubs for Christmas.
What are you talking about for Christmas? I invited her for Christmas dinner.
You invited her for Christmas, love. I'm not sure if you didn't throw in New Year as well.
I only invited her for one meal. And I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't been K-lied.
Well, of course you were K-lied. I mean, it was a very generous gesture. And when did you ever do one of them? When you were sober. Save your breath, Len. She is coming. There's naught we can do about it.
Hello, Emily, dear. How are you?
Oh, come in.
Well, it got to 9:10. I thought Emily can't be feeling very well. I should be here by now. Well, I told you, didn't I? Well, I tried to ring, and then I got a funny click, and then the dialing tone, and when I tried again, you were engaged. Oh, dear, how are you?
Sit down, Flora. I've got to ask you something. Something very important. Arnold's first wife, I know she was called Margaret. Did she have any other Christian names?
Yes, dear. Patricia, Margaret Patricia. Why, what's the matter? What's the matter?
Last night a man came to the shop, an insurance man. He wanted Arnold to sign a form so that they could pay some money to Mrs. Margaret Patricia Swain.
I knew it. May God help me. I knew it. He never was a very communicative kind of man.
No.
I suppose that's why I never insisted he should tell me all the things I didn't know. In my heart of hearts, I don't think I needed to be told.
You said you knew.
Yes, but I didn't know for certain. I'd no proof that Margaret was still alive. And yet I wasn't asked to the funeral. And I couldn't understand why. And when I asked him questions about her, how she died, where she was buried, he'd always change the subject, talk about something else. Oh, I wanted to talk to you about it before it was too late. But I couldn't.
What could you have said?
I don't know.
I believed him. He told me his wife was dead, and I believed him.
There is one possibility. Perhaps they were divorced.
I thought of that. I've thought of everything. Everything. Why should he tell me she was dead?
Yes, but perhaps he thought you wouldn't marry him if you knew he was divorced. Yes, now that could be it. He was always worried about what people thought about him.
No, we talk about divorce. He knew how I felt. He knew it wouldn't have made any difference to me had he told me he was divorced. We were talking about other people, of course.
But it is a possibility. Some people still think of divorce as a kind of a slur, something to be ashamed of. He might have thought that in spite of what you told him.
Bless you.
I just can't bear the thought of him as a...
If Margaret isn't dead, and if he didn't divorce her, that is what he is, Flora. Bigamous.
No, you got to do that.
What?
Sup that beer.
Well, I'm not going to shampoo my head with it, am I?
Now, you don't need someone in front of me.
Stanley, have you never heard of willpower? Have you? You've been off the booze for 1.2 minutes and you're whinging as if you've been in the flaming Sahara for 6 flaming months. You just have to grit your teeth. They're not only for chopping up your grub, you know, they're for gritting occasionally.
Ah, well, you grit your teeth. You never done out in the past you shouldn't have done, huh?
What are you doing?
I'm throwing that beer.
Don't let Hilda cop you.
Well, she can go and tickle herself, I'll tell you.
Will you tell her that, or shall I?
I don't care, but people aren't going to run my life from now on. And from that...
You were saying, Stan?
Out.
Here. What have you got under that paper?
No.
Good job and all. Now, look, you watch him, Eddie. I'm relying on you.
Oh, don't worry, Hilda. I'll keep a very insistent eye on him.
Only fellas get up to some funny tricks when they're in his state.
Oh, you're definitely not wrong there. You are definitely not wrong.
And don't think you can hide your booze from me, neither. I'm going through this house with a fine-tooth comb.
Do you hear that, Stan? She's going through the house like a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah. Just let me catch one of his hiding places and he'll know about it.
Yeah?
Look.
You'll know about it.
Come on. Don't sit there all day. You haven't got an allergy to moving, you know. Get up and put the kettle on. Well, go on.
I'm going.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
£15, pal, you turned out the beat, didn't you?
Here, take the weight off your feet.
Hey, you're not a bad lass. Not often, just every now and then.
By the heck, it's all right for some, innit?
Oh, I spend all day like this, didn't you know, Joe?
Where is she?
Making a cup of tea.
Look, about this Christmas business, I'm not having her for Christmas. No way. I mean, I'd go round the flipping twist. Just tell her, will you? I've changed my plans.
I'll tell her no such thing.
It's either her or me.
I don't care if it's her or Sean Connery. I'll tell her no such thing.
Mavis! Mavis!
No!
Come down here, will you?
Now, listen, you,
I've
Len.
listened all I'm going to. It's her or me.
Hello.
Yeah, Mavis, Mrs. Fairclough would like a word with you.
Yes, love. We've been thinking about Christmas dinner. And it's not enough because you'll be lonely for the rest of the time, so Len wants you to come for Boxing Day tea as well.
Oh, Mr. Fairclough. Well, I don't know what to say. That's so kind of you.
He can't stand thanks, love. He's funny like that. Where'd you be?
To club.
I don't know. You'll be clapped out mid-morning, but you haven't had a sleep all day.
Oh, well, I managed to get a couple of hours after breakfast. I've got more to think about than just kipping, you know. Anyway, not to worry, love. The news is getting better. Jerry Parr was in.
Oh, well, he usually knows what's going off.
Yeah, I know. And according to him, Mr. Stanley's been in Saudi Arabia trying to drum up new business. And we're about that far off getting this new contract.
Oh.
So, I mean, that should be it. That'll keep us going till what? Next March at least.
Next March? Well, that's note.
Well, you what? Well, it's more than a lot have got. Some of the lads from Weatherfield Chemicals were in and they've gotten out, poor beggars. I mean, they put the padlocks on the gate yesterday morning.
Boozing, were they?
Don't knock 'em, Ivy. Got naught else to do.
I'm not knocking them, Bet, and they have got something else to do. They could be out there marching, shouting, doing something, couldn't they? But they're not. They're taking it lying down, and you know why? Because they've got no stuffing in them, that's why.
All right. Well, that's what losing your job does for you, doesn't it?
Come wash your hands, your tea's nearly ready.
How could he do it? How could he say those things?
I don't know.
What time's he due back?
About 6, he said. He never opened the shop.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, would you like me to stay?
No.
Oh, I will really. Oh, I feel responsible in some way. All those years I knew something was wrong, and yet...
It's all right. You've nothing to blame yourself for. We've just hear what has to be said, and...
Must be some other explanation.
We'll soon know. You go home. Do take care.
And you will telephone if you want me, won't you?
Yes, I will. Take care.
A pineapple juice, a light ale and a pint, and he'll pay.
Do you know, it's nice to have friends to buy drinks for. Don't you think, Squire? Oh, go back to your misery. What's up with him?
I don't know a day's work, Captain. It affects these self-employed fellas like that, you know.
Here, just watch it, you. Might stand self-employed.
I know, Hilda. That's what I mean. I can't understand why he doesn't give himself the push.
Do you know something, Fred? I empty bins with smaller mouths than you've got.
Oh, take no notice of him.
Pay me first, Hilda, then take no notice of me.
Betty?
Yeah?
Is there out wrong at Emily Bishop's?
Emily Swain's?
Oh, yeah, all that, Emily Swain. Is there out wrong?
Not as I know of, lovely.
No, only you were saying this morning about how she shut the door in your face.
Ah, well, not heard a word since not clapped eyes on her.
Well, I think there's somewhat up.
Yeah?
That sister of his has just left their house with a face like a wet Wednesday.
Well, never looks out different, does she? I mean, she's not a very happy person.
No, that's true. Emily's the same, isn't she?
Not like us, you know, Hilda. Laughing from morning till night.
Huh?
Oh, give over, you daft devil.
Hey, mate, you haven't seen your old fella, have you?
What? Me? No, why?
Well, as I say, I was wondering, it's, well, you know, it's no offence to you, it's only family, but that doesn't matter. You don't suppose he's conned me out of that 70 notes, do you?
My dad? Con you out of 70 quid?
Yeah, well, as I say, I mean, no offence, Mike.
And none taken either, Fred. And no, my dad, I think that was highly likely. In fact, I think he'd give you even money on that. Me, I'd give you 3 to 1 on. Now, give us that drink, will you?
Listen, if he has done, mate, I'm going to hold you responsible, I am.
Me? What's he going to do with me? Like you said, he may be family, but that means nothing. You deal with my father, you deal with my father. I stopped when I was 12. Now, get us that drink, will you?
Yeah. Make it sound
I can't get over Mr. Fairclough.
Do us a favour, love. Don't mention it. He gets embarrassed.
No, I mean, he does want me, doesn't he? Because he had a funny look on his face when he went.
Well, fellas are like that, you see. They want everybody to think they're tough, you know, and being kind-hearted's an admission of defeat, so that when you thank them, they get covered in confusion. Right, I'm off. Now, anything else before I turn my back on you?
No, I don't think so. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll drop the catch, love. Ta-ra.
Oh, sorry. Am I too late?
Not if you're going to give us money and you don't mind Mavis taking it off you.
Mavis will be ideal. I want a box of chocolates for my dear wife, and I'm sure Mavis will be most helpful.
Ooh, all right for some, isn't it?
Ta-ra. Well, Mr. Selection, how big a box do you want?
Oh, let's go mad, shall we?
Fred, if you don't stop scowling at me, I'll report you to the management.
Listen, Squire, if your old fella tries anything, I'll have the scuffs on him, no danger.
No problem there. They're round his house 3 nights a week playing poker. Oh, all right for Friday, are we?
Hey, we might not just be kidding either.
Hiya. All right if Mike takes me out on Friday?
He'll take you out every night of the flaming week. I've finished with you.
Good, because I've just one thing to say to you. Next time you have your dirty work to do it yourself. I hope that little lot's taught you a lesson. Betty?
Yes, love.
Have a vodka, love, please.
Yes. Hey, there's nothing wrong at Emily's, is there?
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen her, but I've just left him buying a box of chocolates for his dear wife.
Oh, well, that's all right then, isn't it? Hilda! What? False alarm.
I'm home.
What on earth's the matter? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Of course, they shouldn't have given this to you. It should have come personally to me. They shouldn't have... I suppose they came to the shop with it, did they?
Were you ever going to tell me?
No.
There's another Mrs. Swain. And she's not dead. She's still alive. And you were not going to tell me. No, I suppose it's obvious you weren't.
There isn't any other Mrs. Swain. Not really. Not if it's supposed to mean anything.
You said she was dead.
She has been dead to me for 15 years. I've had no knowledge of her existence. I've wanted none.
You can't... You can't just...
And to think that all this time, she's been keeping up this little policy for 15 years. Oh, she was a peculiar woman.
How long were you married?
I got married 15 years ago. She left me after 3 weeks.
And you pretended she was dead.
Wished.
And you never got a divorce, did you?
You're daft, you know, Nout. Well, they have their own New Year's, don't they? Jewish New Year. All I'm saying is, when do they have their Christmas?
Jewish Christmas? What's that? When you buy a round, is it?
Look, do they have one or don't they?
You're dead ignorant, you, aren't you, Yates?
It's not the same religion, is it? I mean, Christmas is Christian. You know, Christmas, Christian. Jews have their own religion.
Yeah, but he was Jewish, though, wasn't he? I mean, our Lord was Jewish.
Ah, but they don't believe in him, do they?
Yeah, well, I'm not particularly religious, but I mean, I still believe in Christmas. Thick. I do. You get a big dinner and prezzies and that.
Well, most of Jewish people I know have big dinners and prezzies.
When?
Well, the same time as anybody else.
Well, there's the answer, then.
Oh, no.
The Jewish people have their Christmas the same time as we have our Christmas.
There is no such thing as a Jewish Christmas.
But you've just said...
Oh, now, look, have a drink, will you? It's the only way to shut him up.
Oh, all right, I'll have a pint too.
Lim?
Yeah, go on, I might as well.
2 pints then, please, Betty. We'll have another scotch.
OK, love. Now, Stan. Now, you know you're not supposed to be in here.
Well, I just... Stan, you know what the doctor told you?
I just turned in the door automatically, didn't I?
Well, it's no good coming in here. You can't do any supping, you know that.
Well, couldn't I have a short?
What do you mean a short?
Well, having a short's not supping, is it?
It's still drink, innit? Anyway, they won't serve you.
That's right.
Fleas still bothering you, Stan?
They're not fleas, I know they're not. It's an allergy. It hurts. It's a nuisance.
How does it get you then, Stan?
Oh, my arms, my legs all over. They've turned red, they start to itch, and you want to tear yourself apart screaming.
Oh.
Night time's the worst. You're turning backwards and forwards, and you can't sleep.
I reckon it's the booze, you know. That's why it affects you at night, because you do all your boozing just before you go to bed, don't you? See?
I didn't have any booze yesterday. Oh, it was terrible.
That's like withdrawal symptoms, that is.
What?
Come on, Stan, you look pathetic sitting there. Come on, off home. You're only torturing yourself. Hey, and no nipping down the Legion.
Hey, I say, of all people, Oggy allergic to beer.
That is a shame, that is. Because he is almost entirely composed of beer.
Hey up, hey up, hey up. It's catching, look.
Hey.
Just fleas.
Oh. Because I was embarrassed. No, that's not the word. Humiliated.
But why didn't you? In all those years, you could have had a divorce so easily. Why? Why did you think she'd come back?
No.
Or did you want her to?
No.
Well, then why?
Because I buried her. I could not go back home and tell people that she'd walked out on me. Left me after 3 weeks. That's all it was, 3 weeks. I couldn't. I didn't ever think that I could go back home and tell people that. Well, can you understand the humiliation?
Oh, yes.
The place where we were living, there was this young woman. She died very suddenly, left her husband with a little baby. It was a terrible shock. Everybody talked about it, all the symptoms and all the details, and all that then was in my mind. And for all anybody knew, it could very easily have been Margaret. So, when I went home, I had to explain why nobody had been asked to the funeral. But then no one on my side really knew her, and there she was, dead and buried.
Insane.
No, it was a terrible lie. But it was better than the truth.
But in all that time, you must have... Why didn't you get a divorce?
Well, first, it's what I told you. And then after, it became a kind of revenge. For the first few years, I put in memoriams in the paper. Well, I had to, but it was like getting at her in a way. And then Flora came to keep house for me, and I never thought that I'd ever get wed again. It became something that I just practically believed myself. My wife was dead, I did believe it. I don't know if I can explain it.
No, maybe to other people, but not to me.
I suppose now I could have got a divorce. But then, if it would have been automatic, I would have had to untell everything. It was like opening up the grave, really. She left me, walked out on me, after 3 weeks. Please. I've never even once since then set eyes on her.
You're still married to her.
No, you're my wife. You have been more than she was ever, and more truly, much more truly.
I am not your wife. You're already married.
But does it really? I mean, it's so stupid. It's so long ago. Does it really matter to us now? Well, yes, I know that it matters, but does it have to?
I can't understand how anyone can do it.
Please.
I don't.
Emily.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Hello, it's only me. It's your money I'm after. Oh, step inside, love, away from draft. That's only trouble with not having a lobby, especially at this time of year. Anybody that knocks has to be let in. Well, no, I'm saying out in your case. Come on in, love.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello, love. Hi up. What are you collecting for now, then?
It's the Christmas do at the centre for the children, you know. It's for the handicapped kiddies and children in care. So, well, every little helps.
I've got no change, love.
Oh, they are, love. Never mind the change.
Well, thank you. That is kind of you. Thanks.
Well, you can't done out for nobody on less than a quid these days, can you?
That's very true. It's more and more for less and less, isn't it? Well, I know I'm not getting any richer.
Oh, no, me. Mind you, I don't know who is.
I do. The money men. You what? They're cleaning up, aren't they? You see, you've got your interest rates. I mean, you've got the slump, but these fellas, the bankers, the speculators, you what? They're having a bonanza.
You've set him off.
Well, you what? Well, it's right, innit? I mean, look at our place. They're laying off there now, you know.
I didn't know that. Will you be all right?
Well, it looks like it, because, you see, even when they pull back, they've still got to keep the machines maintained, you see.
Well, it pays to have the right job, then.
Shall we give him out, love?
You joking? One chorus and they're knocking. We used to have to sing 2 carols at least.
Well, yes, I know that's more inflation.
Well, I tell you what, you wouldn't mind if they could sing. You wouldn't mind if they couldn't sing, if only for the cheek. That's theirs, right? On your way out, you can tell them they've just made a contribution to charity.
You must go. Just go.
Emily.
Go, please. I can't stand hearing any more. Please go.
But there's no sense to it to say that I'm married to her. I'm not. Not really, not in any real way.
You don't seem to... Words don't mean the same as they do to me. You're married. You're married.
But only to you in here.
You are not married to me.
I am. It's got no meaning to say that I'm married to anybody else.
You don't seem to know what meaning is. There is no meaning. There's no... You married me, but it was a pretense. It's a lie. It is not, and it never was the truth.
Understand.
You made yourself believe a lie. You made me believe a lie. Everybody. And everything is a lie.
No, not everything.
You're a bigamist.
I haven't seen her for 15 years. To me, she's dead.
You're a bigamist.
Please understand what I'm saying.
You're a bigamist.
I know I am. God help me, I don't want to be, but I am. I am a bigamist.
Go, just... Please go.
Ooh, I hardly got a wink all night.
You haven't had a burning body like me all flaming out, have you?
No, just bruises off your elbow. Did you get your clean underpants?
What clean underpants?
Oh, Stanley, look, I've told you before. I'm not having you going to that doctor's in dirty, filthy underwear.
I'm not filthy. I'm not a filthy fella.
Now, look, you put clean on, just be told. Could be dirty underwear. What's made you go allergic?
Nah, don't be daft.
Oh, daft or no, it could be. Now, anything can be allergic to you if you're that way inclined. I was talking to Mrs. Ebden. Fella next door to them, he's allergic to cows.
Wish I were. Don't see any cows round here.
No, it's anything to do with cows. He can't have no milk or butter or cheese, no steak or beef, nothing.
Well, there's bacon, isn't there? What's a substitute for beer? There is none.
Well, you don't need a substitute for beer, do you?
Hey?
It's not essential, you know. It's not essential to human life.
Speak for yourself.
It's nonsensical, is beer. Nonsensical price and all. There's a perfectly good substitute I can think of. It's called going without and keeping the money in your pocket. I hope it is beer you're allergic to. I just hope it is.
Go and give us a box of those Christmas cards, will you? The decent ones.
Well, they're over there if you want to choose your own.
Who wants to waste time choosing them? Just give us a box of cards, will you? And the posh ones, not those comic things.
We haven't got any comic ones.
We're glad to hear it. Got to have a bit of respect, haven't we?
Here, will them do?
Yeah, they're all right.
Most people prefer to choose their own cards, you know.
Well, that's because most people don't know the value of their own time. I mean, how long does it take to look at a Christmas card? 2 minutes. Time to work out who it's from and whether you owe them one or not.
Well, them you've chosen have cost 25p each, you know that, dear?
Oh, that's all right. I mean, that's one of the things they do look at, isn't it?
One of these days, you're going to be a tycoon.
Well, more like the Titanic looking at the order books. I mean, you're seeing trade as it is this week, right? I'm seeing trade as it is 6 months from now. That's what the buyers are looking at. I'll tell you, they reckon it's going to get worse. You're going to see 3 million on the dole. Thanks. See ya.
Right. Yes, Bert?
Just a paper, love, please.
It's a bit like doing the pools, or noughts and crosses, really. Well, let's hope we get some luck with this lot. Otherwise, we'll just have to go on testing till we find the villain of the piece.
Aye.
Now, these are about the commonest allergens, so we'll very likely get some reaction. Now, you weren't asthmatic as a child, you say?
No, I had bronchitis, but not asthma.
Hay fever, anything like that? Does pollen affect you at all? Make you sneeze?
Not that I've noticed.
No, we'll see.
What's that stuff you're putting on?
These are just extracts, if you like. Different substances, grass, house dust, all sorts, really.
And beer?
And beer, yes.
Which is the beer?
Now, I'm going to give you a little pinprick.
You what?
Just a tiny scratch in each square. You won't feel it. But if you are allergic, you'll get a reddening and a swelling around the scratch. Then we just wait a little while and see which of them turn out.
It's like 15 to 1 against it being the beer, setting on the squares.
It's quite possible to be allergic to several things.
Which is the beer?
No idea. They're just numbers at present. All right. How are you getting on? Oh, very nice.
It's come up that one, hasn't it, eh?
A beauty. You haven't been scratching it, I hope?
No, of course not. No. It's not the beer. That one, it's not the beer, is it?
Find out in good time. That's the one, all right. You have a slight reaction there and there. Nothing to worry about, I don't think. No, that's the one, all right. Number 10. Yes, number 10. Let's see what that was. Number 10.
Oh, hey up, love, come on, give me a hand. Hey, what do you think at 3? You have to get some sand in a bucket for it, do.
Yeah, all right, love. If we
really want a tree.
Well, don't you want a tree, love?
I'm easy, love. Either way, I'm easy.
What's up, Bert?
Well, love, I don't know how to tell you, but...
Well, what's up?
Well, we all got one of these this morning when we come off the shift, didn't we?
Well, I don't want to read it.
No, nobody wants to ever read one of them things, love. So that's it. They've laid me off, haven't they? They've made me redundant.
But I thought, were you being maintenance? You know, how are they going to keep machines running if they lay off maintenance,
Well, that's it. They're
men?
not going to keep them going, love. They're shutting down the old factory.
What, altogether?
The lot. I mean, that's it. After Christmas, nothing. Nobody with a job.
But they were setting on not long since.
I know, but that's what I'm telling you, see. It's this order. That contract with the Arabs, you know, in Saudi Arabia. Well, it's fallen through, hasn't it? So that's it. The chop.
Well, they can't just finish you like that.
Oh, can't they? Well, they have done, love, and they've done it just like that. They've given us some extra money, like in his wages in lieu of notice, you know what I mean? And, well, I'll have the redundancy money to come, but...
Well, you'll get another job, Bert. I mean, you're a school man, aren't you? Don't worry.
Love, I've already been down this now
Bert.
doing.
Bert, you'll get another job. Look at me. Promise me you won't worry.
Oh, love. Oh, love. Just like that.
Fred, what are you doing down there?
Oh, waste pipe's dripping or something. All the boards are soaked.
Hey? No, that won't be your waste pipe, mate.
Well, never mind a waste pipe. What about me voice pipe? It needs lubricating.
That'll be the cold water. Pipe to your tap there. 10 to 1, it's got a little pinprick hole in it. You get an impurity in the copper, you see, and it gradually corrodes its way through over the years.
Oh, very interesting.
Well, can you do something then?
Well, of course I can do something.
Look, is there any danger in me getting a pint or not?
It's egg! 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 Good for you, Stanley.
Nice
egg.
one, mate.
Egg! Egg! How to leave off eggs? No egg! No eggs, keep away from them. Oh, it's a great feeling, I'll tell you. I feel like a condemned man who's had his, what's it, you know.
Must be a relief to you, Stan.
Eh, what? You're in the clear there. I'm back on the beer.
That is poetry, Stanley.
Put one up, Fred. Oh, I'm just in the end for you, Stan. And while I'm supping that, you can pull the next one.
Hey, I've seen you come in. What did he say to you? Come on, what did he say?
Egg. He said egg.
Well, isn't that typical? Nature's one and only pre-packed convenience food, and he has to be allergic to it.
Hey, Hilda, love, I do sympathise with you.
Flipping egg.
Ah, that looks good. Look at that. Get it done, Stan.
Hiya. Oh, sorry, are you busy?
It's all right.
You're not washing all your blankets.
I thought I would.
Flipping heck, you don't half like giving yourself work. It's Christmas coming, you know, love, not spring.
I can't be idle at the moment.
How are you going to get them dry?
I'll manage.
Listen, I'll tell you what. I'll take them down to the laundrette with me this afternoon. I'm going down anyway. I'll stick them through the dryer. They don't like you doing it, but it's okay.
Well, it's all right. I'll get it done.
No, it's no trouble. Well, what brought all this on? Or are you just feeling energetic?
Oh, no. It was discovering my husband was a bigamist. Just got to keep doing something all the time. If I'm not doing something, I'm not occupied, and I can't go out because I'd have to put on some kind of an appearance, and I can't. So I've given myself plenty to do, otherwise I go mad.
Say it again.
This is hard to take in, isn't it? He already has a wife.
Oh, Emily. I don't know what to say.
Neither do I.
God, it's like something out of 007. Whispering down the phone, knocking in code.
I'm sorry.
You wouldn't have answered the door if I hadn't phoned up first, would you?
Probably not.
You know, Emily, I've been doing some thinking since last night. I know it's easy for me, but
I have been through a similar experience, and I do have, well, some idea of what you're going through. I mean, you want to do what my mum used to say to me. If you've got a trouble, put it into words and repeat it to yourself every half an hour, and I guarantee by the end of the day you'll be sick of the sound of it.
Is that what you did when Ray went?
Oh, I'm just like the rest of the world, love. I only give advice, I don't take it.
I'm glad I told you.
Well, you had to tell somebody, didn't you? A bust.
Flora knows. Arnold, his sister, we've talked about it.
I bet she's worried.
Yes.
Actually, you know, Emily, in a way, she's worse off than you are. I mean, if there is anything mental in the way Arnold behaved, well, she's family. I mean, she's got a right to be worried.
Oh, Deirdre, don't say things like that.
No, I only meant that... Oh, I'm sorry. Give me 5 out of 10 for trying, anyway.
I'll give you 10 out of 10, but don't say things like that.
Have you had any breakfast?
I am eating.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Don't want you going to skin and bone over a fella.
Deirdre, I don't suppose you know any more than I do, but what's my legal position?
Yours? Well, they can't do anything to you, love. You haven't done anything.
No, I didn't mean that. I mean, am I legally married until somebody does something official?
Oh. Oh, you've got me there. I mean, I suppose according to their records, you're still... Oh, I don't know. I shouldn't worry about that, love. There's plenty of time for that.
Look, well, I'll tell you what, I'll leave it with you, should I? And if you do hear anything, eh? Yeah, well, I mean, you know what I can do, don't you? Right. Oh, sorry, love, just a minute. Yeah, well, you better have the phone number. It's 4329. 4329? Yeah, OK. Keep smiling. What? Don't worry, I will. Ta.
Oh, what it, love?
Oh, Billy Lindley from Trafford's, love.
Oh, he's not doing?
Nah, just putting a few feelers out. Well, I mean, it doesn't do any harm, does it?
No. What about a job centre then, love?
No, love.
Mind you, Bert, I think you're wasting your time till after Christmas, love. I mean, nobody will be bothering till then.
You never know, do you? I mean, you happen you're right, but you never know.
What are you doing that for?
What?
Well, they should be in the kitchen, love.
Oh.
We haven't decided what we're doing yet, have we? Christmas Day and Boxing Day.
How do you mean, love?
Well, Brian and Gail, I mean, are we going there or are they coming here to us? Not to mention Gail's mother, which I wish you didn't have to.
And that's another thing. We don't want any hassles like that Sunday lunchtime business, all right?
I'm only trying to sort it out, Bert.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things to sort out, isn't there?
Yeah, I know, love. Hey, when did these Christmas cards come?
No, they were on the mat this morning when I come in.
Oh, would you credit it? Alice Taylor and Cyril. They never sent us one last year, so I crossed them off my list.
Here, give him a hand, can't you? Look at the mess he's making.
What lorry did that fall off?
This is legitimate, this tree. They're growing round the tip. Gaffer said we could help ourselves.
I'll bet.
Look, do you want me to take it back? Is that what you want? I'll stick it back in the flaming ground if that's what you want.
No, you can leave it.
Oh, thanks very much. I'm very grateful.
You know, I'd rather have had a real Christmas tree. I mean, one of them plastic ones that doesn't drop bits all over the floor.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Hilda. I'd have got you a plastic one, only they haven't planted any this year.
Oh, now, there's no need to be sarky, I'm only saying.
Well, you do something out the goodness of your heart and all you
you're
get is...
very good. You're very good. Better than you great lummox. Come on, shift yourself and find somewhere to put it in. Go and fill one of your buckets with soil.
Where am I going to get soil round here?
The cemetery, Stan. The cemetery. Hey, and remember, no bones.
I can't.
You heard what he said. Shift yourself.
Oh, save me, the jobs I figure I'll get.
I don't know. Nobody knows what I have to put up with.
You're a saint, Hilda. I'll have a word with the Pope.
Yeah, well, before you do, just give us a hand with these decorations, will you? If I wait for Idle Jack, it'll be the middle of March.
What, these them?
Yeah. Now, handle them careful. Some of them haven't been out the glory hole since last Preston Guild.
Hey, you're not kidding, are you? Russian tanks invade Budapest, 1956.
Oh, yeah. That was in the old house. We had the kids round us then.
Hey, come on. Dry those tears.
No, it's funny how things work out, though, isn't it? I mean, we thought that when the kids left us, we'd be able to do all the things we couldn't do when they was taking all us money.
Well, it's inflation. I mean, it's hit us all, you know.
Yeah, well, it's clobbered me, I tell you. I mean, look, flipping Christmas round the corner again and out to show for it.
I'll tell you what, Hilda. What would you like most for Christmas? Go on. You might get a surprise.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's so many things, it's hard to think of one. Any road, forget it. I'm happy enough.
Do you know, I really will have a word with His Holiness.
I don't think she's in, actually, Mavis. I'm sure I saw her going past the shop earlier on.
Oh, dear. I called round last night and she wasn't in.
Well, is it anything special in case I see her?
No, not really, no. I'm just on my lunch hour and I felt like a bit of a chat. You know how you do. Emily always cheers me up.
Oh, well, you want to pop into the shop. I've only got these to drop off at the Rovers. I'll get our Tracy to tell you some of her jokes.
No, come to think of it, perhaps I'd better not, because once I start chattering, I can't stop. And if I'm a minute or two late, I get withering looks from Rita.
Is she never late?
Oh, well, she's the boss's wife, isn't she? Some people are lucky. Actually, I envy Emily not having to work. Must be lovely.
Anyway, I must get on with mine.
Oh, hey, do Christmas cards send you round, Twist?
Don't mention Christmas cards to me. I haven't started mine yet.
Well, it's last time I'm sending any out. It's definitely last time.
I say that every year.
Ta-ta.
Hey, up, what's the rush?
I've got some Christmas cards tonight that can get posted.
It's only the 15th.
Yeah, well, if I don't do them now, love, I'll never get them done. Passes me address book off at bureau and me pen.
Oh, all right. Who are they for, kid?
I've told you, love. Alice and Cyril Taylor. They sent us one and I crossed them off my list.
You've got 3. What are you doing, sending them one each and another one for Easter?
No, I'm not clever, Clods. I'm sending Lumsden's one and Cousin Beryl and all. I've crossed them off the list and I don't want theirs landing on mat on Christmas Eve.
Oh, well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, you send them one, they panic, they send you one and so on. I mean, it's never ending, love.
Yeah, well, it will be if it starts any sooner. I got these from Mason's on Burnley Road. I went in for some Christmas crackers and all. Oh, we sold out, she says. I ask you, 10 days to Christmas and they're sold out of crackers.
Yeah, don't worry. We've got some at the cabin. I've seen them on shelf.
What did you go to the cabin for?
Oh, this, love, see if there was out doing.
Oh, what, love?
Jobs. Jobs. I mean, what do you think I'm doing?
I've told you, Bert, there'll be no going off until after New Year.
All right, but I've got to go through the motions at least, haven't I?
Yes, well, I don't want you getting disappointed, do I?
No.
I know you. If you don't get yourself fixed up straight away, you'll have yourself on scrap heap. Look, I'm telling you, Bert, there'll be no doing till after New Year.
I know, love, I know.
Well, think on you do. We're all right, love, for a few weeks. I mean, you've got your redundancy money coming. That's £2,000 to put in bank.
Hey, what do you fancy? The Bahamas or Florida? They do tell me that Florida's great this time of year.
We'll get there, Bert. Maybe not this year, but we'll get there.
Oh, with my luck, I'm going to finish up doing all the odd jobs around the house, haven't I?
You see? It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. A few weeks' rest won't do you any harm either.
You know what? You're going to have me enjoying it in a minute.
Where have I put my stamps?
Stamps is some in kitchen drawer, kid. Look, I'll get them. Hold on.
Oh, I'll tell you what you can do for me, love.
What?
Do us some shopping, will you?
Oh, heck, love.
Oh, I found my stamps, Duck. Listen, I'm off. If Milkman calls, tell him that I've left his money on windowsill, will you? All right, ta-ra, Duck.
Yeah, all right. Ta-ra.
Has the football talk finished?
It looks like it, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, good. I'm sorry, but I find it excruciatingly boring.
So do I, talking to ignoramuses like this fella.
Mind you, there's 1 or 2 players could get me excited.
Not in your
Not
case.
playing football.
Now, Bet. Now, what was I going to say to you, dear? Oh, yes. You're coming to lunch here on Boxing Day. Just you and I and Fred. Though what we've done to deserve that, I do not know.
Ah, Boxing Day. I don't know if I can manage Boxing Day, Mrs. Walker. Wasn't Rita saying something about me coming to you on Boxing Day?
Oh, I don't think so, love. No, we got Mavis coming, I know that.
Hey, didn't you say I was going down to your place on Boxing Day?
Did I? No, I don't think so, Eddie. Come to think of it, I am free, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, good. That's settled then. Go and put the lunch on.
Oh, great, isn't it? I give you the get-out and you turn me down.
You know what's happening to Joan Collins, don't you? She's standing there with her hand on beer pump thinking, where shall I go for my Boxing Day dinner? California, Florida, South Sea Islands. What do I get to choose between? Hellfire and damnation.
I wonder which one you are.
Right, thanks very much, love. Ta-da. You doing anything special for Christmas, Hilda?
Oh, do we ever? You know, I'd love to just take myself off to some posh hotel somewhere and get waited on hand and foot for a change. By the way, who put that postcard in your window about domestic cleaning?
Who was it, love? You saw her?
Oh, yeah, Mrs. Palin, I think. She seemed very nice. Bit of competition, eh?
Where does she live?
Oh, I don't know, but she left a telephone number on the card.
Oh, by heck, it's all right for some, isn't it? On the phone and cleaning.
Well, perhaps she needs the extra money to pay the phone bills.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon she does. Oh, hey, look, you just stay where you are. I'll fetch our Stan to look at you. It'll do him good.
Well, it's not doing out for me. I've yet to see that great big jelly baby ring your bottle of and then the back. Lentil soup.
Lentil soup, yes.
I hope you didn't mind my telephoning you.
No.
Did I do the wrong thing?
No, you did the right thing. Sit down. You said on the phone that Arnold came to the shop last night.
Yes, he had a case with him and he picked up a couple of things. I told him I knew what had happened, but he just wouldn't talk about it. I don't know, you see. Oh, I don't know.
Did he say anything?
No, except that he'd be in touch. I don't know where he went.
No.
I was wondering, when he does get in touch, what had I to say to him?
I don't understand.
Well, he was so upset. I've never seen him like that before. He was always so dominant. Suddenly he was pitiful. I just wondered if you'd thought about taking him back.
Oh, I've thought about taking him back. Ever since he went, I've thought of little else. I couldn't.
Oh, please don't. He thought a great deal about you.
He married me.
Oh, yes, I know. He shouldn't have done that.
He made promises to me. Solemn promises. He had no right to make those promises. He was lying. Terrible lies.
He did say one thing, just as he was leaving. He said he was going to the police to tell them what he'd done. Oh, I know he wants you back.
Gripping you, was it?
Hey,
Where's Eddie?
he's gone rowers.
Why aren't you with him?
I'm short of brass, aren't I?
Oh. Well, here. Now, keep out my sight till 3:30, because I've got something to do.
Well, it took us out at 3.
Well, go down the Legion, then. They don't chuck you out there, never.
Well, there's not much there for an hour's boozing, is there?
Make it last as long as you can. And when it runs out, you can watch the other fellas boozing. Now, it's all you're going to get, so do you want it or don't you?
Yeah.
If he divorced her, and he could because they'd been separated for a long time, well, I wondered you could get married again and...
I don't think you understand. I was always... The most important thing in my life is honesty. I couldn't be dishonest with anyone I really loved.
But he must have loved you. Why did he marry you if he didn't love you?
I don't know. Flora, don't you see? That's not love as I understand it. It's not the kind of love I want. I don't expect perfection. There were things I could have forgiven him, but not that. Not saying that his wife was dead. That's wishing her dead. And that's a terrible thing.
But what's going to happen to him?
A friend said to me today that we still have our lives to live. And she was right. I'm not being heartless, Flora, really, but Arnold will survive. He's lived all these years knowing the truth and deceiving so many people. You, all his friends, me. He can go on living in some strange way with a clearer conscience than either of us. He's forgiven himself. He's excused all the lies and deceits, but you and I'll somehow feel that we were wrong. Somehow we were to blame. Well, I'm not going to let it be any worse than it need be. I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm going to collect all his clothes together. I'm going to collect everything together. I'm going to call a taxi. And you're going to take them away. Out of this house. Out of my life. I'm sorry.
Would you like to come through? Thank you. It was very good of you to come at such short notice.
Oh, that's quite all right.
Well, I thought perhaps you might have had some other cleaning engagements.
No, I'm only starting, as a matter of fact. Oh. You're my first inquiry.
Oh, well, that's very nice. Well, do sit down.
Thank you.
Now then, as you've probably guessed, I do have a career of my own. And just temporary, I thought I'd employ somebody to do my domestic cleaning. Oh. And when I saw your postcard in the corner shop, I thought, well, it'd be like a little Christmas present to myself. You see, my husband is self-employed, and we do have a gentleman guest staying with us who works for the council. So, all in all, there'd be 3 of us to clean after. And as you can see, it's not a very big house.
No. Well, I hope I'll be satisfactory.
Oh, I'm sure you will be. Have you had any previous cleaning experience?
Only in my own home. My husband worked for Weatherfield Chemicals, but they made him redundant 6 months back. So every little helps.
Oh, yes. Yes, there's a lot of unemployment about. Well, now, I was thinking of tomorrow morning.
Oh dear. I wasn't expecting anyone to phone quite so soon. I'd made arrangements to take my little boy round to my friend's tomorrow morning to fix up with her to look after him if, well, you know. Not that he's a little boy. He's 9, but with it being the school holidays...
Oh, yes, I see.
Well, I could be here at 11:30 if that's all right.
Oh, yes, that'd be fine, 11:30. Now, had you thought about the money?
I'm asking £1.75 an hour.
Oh. Oh, yes, well, that'd be very satisfactory, yes. Right then, 11:30 tomorrow morning, and, I do believe in the importance of punctuality.
Oh, yes, I'll be here.
So you've got a little boy?
Yes, Christopher John.
Oh, very nice.
Hello. So, how much redundancy money are you getting then?
I don't know. About £2,000, I reckon.
Hey, that can't be bad.
Oh, come on, Stan, that's nothing.
Well, it depends if you get a job straight away, doesn't it? I mean, if you get a job right away, well, of course, your quid's in, aren't you?
Yeah, there is that way of looking at it.
Yeah, then again, you could be out of work for years, couldn't you? So you think on. You want to spend that money before your Zoll finishes. You see, you're all right while your drawing's old, But as soon as you go on the Social Security, I mean, if they know you've got 2,000 stashed away, they'll dock your benefits. You want to have a holiday, buy a car or something.
They're giving him that money to live on.
And they'll penalise him for keeping it, won't they? All the lads are doing it, you can't blame them.
I've lost touch. I have, Bert, I've lost touch.
Well, you're not wise in the ways of the world, are you? And talking about losing touch, how come your Hilda's giving you money for boozing?
I don't know.
You don't care neither, do you? She could have a fella back there.
She won't have a fella.
Hey, Stan, nip round the back and go and have a look. Go on.
We just got him in. No, I know what it is. She thought about all the grafting I've done over the years. All the money I brought into that house. She's got a guilty conscience.
Right then, 11:30 tomorrow morning.
Right. I'd just like to say thank you very much, Mrs. Ogden, for your trust. To tell you the truth, I wasn't at all sure I was doing the right thing. And it's expecting a lot that people like yourself can allow strangers to come into their homes.
Oh, well, I flatter myself I'm quite a good judge of character.
Nice.
I mean, there's some folk as you can trust and some as you can't. You know, you're a lot like me in many respects.
Oh? Yes.
Oh, I was forgetting. I must find you that key. Oh.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yes, and if I'm out, just work the hour and I'll leave the money on the dining room table.
The dining room?
Yeah, where we were.
Oh, yes. Well, goodbye then. It's very nice to meet you.
Yes.
Goodbye.
What?
Emily and that sister-in-law of hers had just taken all Arnold's clothes away in a taxi.
What happened to go into cleaners?
What, all at once? Pull the other one. Oh, no, there's something funny going on there.
Where's me breakfast?
Here, what was the last thing I said to you yesterday before I went to work?
I don't know.
Think.
Do as many winners as you can between the Rovers and the Flying Horse.
No, I didn't.
That's what you usually do.
I said, if it rains and you're home before me, fetch the washing in.
Oh.
Oh.
I forgot.
Yes, I had managed to deduct that for myself, thank you very much. Do you know, I have a good mind to just dry these off and let you wear them as they are.
Good idea.
Are you being sarcastic, Stanley? No, you're not, and that makes it even worse.
What am I getting for my breakfast?
You know, I don't know who's the worse off. Me with a big mucky slob like you, or her with a creepy tailor's dummy.
Who?
Oh, Lord. You must have made somewhat in between, mustn't you? You know, one or two normal standard models. Couldn't you send me one of them? Emily Bishop's Arnold.
What's wrong with him?
Well, apart from the fact that he gives me the creeps, I think there's something very fishy going on there.
Like what?
Like he hasn't been seen around for a few days. And like his sister come and fetched all his clothes away in a taxi. I think he's done a bunk. And taken most of her money with him, I shouldn't wonder. Well, you needn't look like that, Stanley. It does happen, you know. Wouldn't be the first time.
Am I going to get any breakfast or not?
Thanks, love. I suppose we'd better get Gail's mother something. What do you think?
Well, she'd not expect her, will she? Just get her a card.
Yeah, well, she bought us that plant I told her last year.
Oh, well, get her a jar of bath salts, something like that, just to show willing, you know what I mean? Please, Gail, anyway.
Mind you, she's not forced to get us out this year, is she? Things being how they are.
Well, we're not that broke we can't afford a jar of bath salts, are we?
Oh, I mean in her, love. I mean, she's been out of work as well. We're not only ones that's going to have to watch us brass this Christmas.
Aye, true, love.
Of course, knowing her, not be long before she's got a sugar daddy to foot bills again.
Do you know what? I think I'll get myself a sugar mammy. I'll put an advert in the corner shop.
I don't like jokes like that, Bert.
Who's joking, sweetheart of all my dreams?
Oh, hello.
Hello, mate.
Come in, Sam. cup of tea if you want.
No, I'm just going to Pendleton, actually. I just wanted to tell you I'll be back in the yard at 11 o'clock if you want to pick that wood up.
Oh, thanks, Lynn. Thank you.
What wood?
Oh, just some offcuts there, love. He's doing me a favour, actually, getting rid of them. I mean, they're just cluttering up the yard at the moment.
Well, I thought while I'm off, love, I'd make a start on them kitchen shelves you wanted.
Oh, wonderful. I've only been mithering about them since we moved in.
Ah, well, now you're getting them, my sweet. Is she lovely? You see, it's not all bad having your own man out of work, you know.
Ah, not for long, though, mate.
Right, I suppose I better make best use of him while I've got him, then.
There's kettle on.
What are you doing, Jack?
Come for a couple of me break, haven't I?
We got those calves and things.
Of course there's calves and things. But it just so happens that the van is just round the corner, and this happens to be where I live.
Look, if you want tea, you'll have to make it yourselves, because I'm late for work as it is. And here, I want this lot siding before you go out.
I'll do it when I get back.
You'll do it before you go. I've got somebody coming. Don't want them thinking they've walked into a flipping pigsty.
Who's coming?
Never you mind, it's a surprise.
Not your Archie, is it?
No, it's not. But even if it was, I'd be entitled. It's my own home. I can invite who I want.
Oh, you're quite right, Hilda. You can invite anyone you want.
I should think so.
You can invite the whole street if you wanted.
Yes, of course I could. Why would I want to do that?
Well, I was just thinking, like, with you being full of the Christmas spirit, you might like giving an ease up, you know.
Look, I'm not giving no parties. Don't you think I've got enough to do looking after you two big lumps? I want someone arranging a treat for me.
And you deserve it, Duchess.
I know I do. That's why I've done it.
Done what?
Arranged a treat for me. Well, let's face it, no one within 1,000,000 miles of here is going to, are they?
Look, Eddie's brought you a Christmas tree. He'll give me a 10 quid extra towards grub. What more do you want?
Do you know, I think he really expects an answer to that.
Hey?
You know, I wonder if the Queen realises that she's a very fortunate woman.
Compared to me, you mean? I dare say it must have crossed her mind once or twice.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about her position up or even her riches. There are very few of us would relish that degree of responsibility.
You would, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, no, dear, no. I have my own little empire. I'm quite content with that. No, I was thinking about her family. Her Majesty will be spending Christmas with her family at Sandringham.
Well, she always does, doesn't she?
Exactly. With her children and her grandchild gathered round her. Her family haven't drifted away as they grew older.
Well, they wouldn't, would they? I mean, Charlie boy can hardly say, "Hey, Mum, I fancy opening a little bar in Jersey. You must pop over and see me sometime."
You know, we used to have a real family Christmas. Jack and I, Billy and Joni, my own dear mother and father, Jack's sister Alice. Do you know there were never less than 8 of us sitting round the Christmas table?
Carols singing on Christmas Eve. Kids pulling crackers. Chestnuts roasting by an open fire.
Oh, yes.
I always thought Bing Crosby were pulling my leg. No, honest, I never had a Christmas like that.
Not even as a child?
Especially not as a child.
Oh, dear. Well, never mind, dear. We mustn't wallow in self-pity. We may be 2 women on our own, but we have a great deal to look forward to.
Do we?
Oh, certainly. I shall be making a culinary effort extraordinaire on Boxing Day. Oh, and I've invited Emily and Arnold round for tea on Christmas Day, and you're very welcome to come as well if you'd like, dear.
Oh, no, thanks, Mrs. Walker. Boxing Day will be quite enough, thank you. Trouble for you, I mean.
Oh, as long as I have my health and strength, dear, I don't mind. Hard work has never troubled me. Which reminds me, that woman is late again.
No, I couldn't remember whether I'd put mincemeat down on my order.
Yes, you did, Hilda. She asked me about the difference in price between the makes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, it's down.
Oh, well, better be safe than sorry. I mean, there's naught worse than settling down to do a bit of baking and finding you're short of something, is there? I expect Neil'll find it a bit different this Christmas.
Will she?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's had you and Tracy there previous, hasn't she? And it's different with 2 women, isn't it? I mean, you both muck in, but, well, now she's got a man to cook for, and, well, from the look of him, he'll want everything doing just so. He's that type. I mean, look what he's done with his suits.
Well, what's he done with them?
Had them all took away to the cleaners. Well, that's what I'm surmising. I mean, why else would he have practically his entire wardrobe took out of the house in one go?
I wouldn't know, Hilda, but I'm sure you're probably right.
Yeah, well, I thought with you being Emily's friend, like, you might know.
Yes, well, as you say, Hilda, I am Emily's friend, not Arnold's valet. So what he does with his clothes is really no business of mine. Now then, is there anything else?
No. No, I'll be in for my order later.
I won't forget the mincemeat.
Mincemeat?
Yes, that you were so worried about that you had to make a special journey for.
Oh, yeah. Well, Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without homemade mince pies, would it?
What were all that about?
Oh, nothing. Alf, is it all right if I use the phone?
Yes? Oh, it's you, Deirdre. I wish we could have some special kind of ring so I know it's you. I dread picking it up.
Why, have people been phoning?
No, I'm just scared they might. Still.
How are you, anyway?
Bearing up. What else can I do?
Good girl. Hey, listen, are you in tonight? Oh, silly question, gosh, yeah. I mean, is it all right if I come round?
Of course. You know you're about the only person I want to see. Will you come for supper?
Oh, don't go to any bother. Egg on toast will do me. I just think we've got to talk. Yeah, okay, Alf, I'm just coming. Listen, I've got to go. There's a biscuit delivery just arrived. So, I'll see you tonight about 6:30, okay?
Bye.
Well, I find it very embarrassing. I wish people wouldn't put you on the spot like that.
Listen, if a bloke said to me, Bet, love, what can I get you for Christmas? I'd not see it as an embarrassment. I'd see it as a flaming miracle.
Well, I didn't say it like that, and it's not like that. I mean, it's just a sales rep, and we've been having stuff off him ever since I went to work there. So, he said as a token of his esteem, he'd like to give me something, and what was it I was in need of?
Well, he said it. Now's your chance, girl.
Well, I suppose he meant scent or soap. They usually do, don't they?
How old is he?
Well, he's about Mr. Tilsley's age. Oh, and he's happily married with 4 children.
Better rule out the black chiffon nightie then. Tell him you want a big bottle of your favourite scent. What's the problem?
Oh, it's expensive.
A little bottle,
Well,
then.
it's still expensive. I've got very expensive tastes where that's concerned. I'm very particular what I put on my body. It has to be very pure.
Oh, well, tell him you want a bar of carbolic soap, then. You can't get cheaper or purer than that. Ask him you'd buy that for a woman if she wanted it, wouldn't you, Len? A bar of carbolic soap, of course you would. You want a nature's gentleman. Anyway, he wants a dozen red roses with £5 notes wrapped round the stems.
I told you if you wore those earrings, they'd unbalance you.
It's not me earrings what are unbalancing me, cock.
Never mind boasting. Come here, get us one, eh, mate?
No, I'll get
one
these,
for
mate.
you.
No, I'm getting
give
them. I
over.
was here first.
Give over.
Oh, come on, fair dues. I mean, you give me that wood, didn't you?
Aye, all right then, yeah. Give us a pipe, please, sweetheart. And what are these figures, anyway?
Ah, they're just a few measurements. I mean, the walls are not the straightest in the world to start off. Hey, mate, you're just in time. It's my shower.
No, you're all right, Bert. Oh, yeah, well, go on. I'll have half.
What? You don't sup half?
Yeah, well, no, I've got 5 minutes. Deirdre's got to pick Tracy up from play school. Oh, Mavis, you're a friend of Emily's, aren't you?
Well, I used to like to think that we were very good friends before she was married, yes, but... Well, unfortunately, we're not quite so close now. Mind you, that's nothing on my part, you understand? It's nothing
No,
to do-
no, but you'd know if everything was all right there, wouldn't you?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, it's nothing specific, but you hear whispers in the shop, you know. And Hilda was in there this morning chunching about how they'd taken all Arnold's clothes away. I mean, it's typical Hilda exaggeration.
No, she's dead right this time. I saw it myself. His sister taking all the clothes out.
So they've gone to cleaners.
That's what I said.
No, it's funny, is that? Because Mrs. Walker knocked a couple of times this morning. She wanted to ask 'em round, you know, for Christmas. She got no reply both times.
So they're both out, so what's odd about that, then?
Emily's always in until 12. You know how fussy she is about her housework. She's not a slut like me.
Yeah, it's funny, you know. I've not seen him. I'd heard of him the last couple of days.
Oh, give over, Alf. You're beginning to sound like an old woman. It's all the time you spend behind that counter in the shop.
Well, doesn't Deirdre know?
Well, if she does, she's saying no.
I think you should pop round there, Mavis.
Oh, no, I'm not nosing in their business.
Who said out about nosying? You want discreet, tactful suggestions what that sales rep can buy you for a pressie. Who's more discreet and tactful round here than Emily?
Well... Oh, no. No, I'm not going where I'm not wanted. No, you can do your fishing for yourself.
Aren't some people got nasty minds?
Well, back! Any grub? Bowl of hot soup wouldn't go amiss.
Hello. Oh, mind that wire.
Who are you? Where's Elder?
My name's Mrs. Palin, but call me Brenda. I don't stand on formality.
What are you doing here?
I would have thought that was obvious. I'm cleaning.
You what?
I just started today. Daily help.
You mean you're a char?
That's a bit old-fashioned nowadays.
The char lives here. There's been a mistake. Wrong house.
Mrs. Ogden, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, she's very nice. It was her who hired me. No, there's no mistake, I'm afraid. Now, if you don't mind...
Oh, that's nice. Love tar.
Well, I thought my degree in butlering had come in very useful, love.
Oh, some cooking and all.
You're very perceptive, my sweet.
What is it?
Shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's... What make, Bert? Because most of them, love, are 95% tater, only 5% meat.
What make? What make? Herbert Tilsley's special, that's what make.
Are you going to tell me you made it? You're going to tell me it's not frozen?
Listen, I'm not entirely stupid, you know. I do know how to read a recipe. And I've watched you mucking about in that kitchen for, what, 20-odd years, is it?
Yeah, little love.
Hey, before you start showering me with compliments and love and kisses and all that, I think you ought to taste it, don't you?
Yeah. So you've kept yourself pretty busy then all day?
Yeah. I went down to the job centre, you know, and then did the shopping like. Went to Len's yard, picked up that wood, came back, measured up, got the dinner in the oven, and I still found time to go to the Rovers for 10 minutes. I mean, you've got to admit, it's not bad for morning's work, is it?
Bert, I thought we decided they'd been out doing at job centres after New Year, love.
Yeah, well, I just went to see the lads, didn't I? Anyway, I can't get fixed up too soon, can I? Because you'd never get your kitchen shelves finished. Never mind that new bathroom cabinet. Right then, is Madam ready to dine?
Well, if his lordship's willing to risk it, I suppose I am.
Charming, thank you.
Will you just look at that action? You've certainly done that before, haven't you?
I have. Just about every day of my married life. But only in my own home, not at the people's.
Oh, have you not been going out long, then?
Only since my husband was made redundant.
Oh, you'll be redundant, Yates, if we don't get down that chippy.
Hang on, Hilda might be fetching something.
Oh, sorry, I should have mentioned. She left me a note saying she didn't get off to work till late. She'll not be back till this afternoon.
Ah, well, perhaps you could rustle something up, then. If you cook as well as you clean, we're in for a treat.
I'm sorry, I'm only paid to clean. I've got the upstairs to do yet before I get off home and see to my own lot.
Well, look, if you do in my rooms, don't chuck anything out without asking, will you? Only a lot of things that look like rubbish to you are my little treasures.
Flipping magpie. You might find anything up there.
Hey, if you find a blonde 5'2" with brown eyes, give us a yell, eh?
I think she's gone bonkers.
Oh, I don't know. She seems very pleasant to me.
I don't mean her. I mean our Hilda. Paying a cleaner when she can do it herself. And who's going to pay for it?
Well, I don't know. And I'm not going to ask any questions, because from where I'm standing, the place has never looked so good.
Hilda, skin you alive, she hears you.
You're not going to tell her, are you, Stan?
No, I won't grass on my mate. And if he goes down the chippy.
I think this is yours, love. Yeah. Oh, Cheshire cheese. We'll have some fresh in tomorrow. Send your lad round.
Great, thanks very much. Thanks.
Ta-ra.
See you, bye.
Here we are.
Sugared?
And stirred.
Oh, I'll be thankful for this.
Do you want a biscuit with it?
Aye. Oh, no, I better not. Rini was always trying to stop me from eating between meals.
What made you say that?
I don't know. It's just sometimes she seems to be, right beside me. I can hear her saying, oh, I won't do that if I were you, love, or, yes, that's a good idea, you'll enjoy that.
Oh, does it make you sad?
No, it makes me feel better. It's as if she's still here with me, I don't want to forget her,
I suppose you do feel like that when two people have been happily married, like you two were. I think sometimes when you're left on your own, the best thing to do is just wipe it all out. Forget it.
Well, you're thinking about you and Ray.
What? Oh, yeah. I suppose I am.
Well, you mustn't. You must put that right out of your mind. That's over and done with long since. I mean, you're a pretty young woman. You want to find a decent young chap and set your cap at him.
Are you trying to get rid of me?
Oh, nay, I'm only saying...
Don't worry, Alf. If I do find Mr. Right, I shan't send him off with a flea in his ear or anything like that. But until then, I'm perfectly content. Thanks very much for worrying about me.
Well, Bayek. Do you know, if it wasn't for you two tubs of lard littering the place up, I'd think I'd come to the wrong address.
I want a word with you.
Now, you be firm with this, Stan.
I shall be. I don't like things going on behind my back. I've a right to know what's going on in my own house.
Sink shining like a new pin, pots washed and put away, cupboard doors white, floor scrubbed. Bayek. Oh, Bayek. And to think some folk have this all the time.
I want an explanation for this. I'm talking to you.
Oh, yeah, very firm, that, Stan.
Oh, it's all right for you laughing from the sidelines. You haven't been wed. You don't know how women can be.
It's 'cause I know how women can be. I haven't been wed.
You always say that. You think it's clever. If you had the chance of a wife, and a house, and a home, you'd jump at it.
Aye, maybe, given a chance.
Hey, she's even brushed under the beds.
She's a winner. Where did you find her?
More to the point, why did you find her? And how much will it cost?
It won't cost you anything, Stanley. I'm paying for Mrs. Palin out of my own money and my Christmas bonuses. I said I was arranging a little treat for myself, didn't I? Well, she's it.
Why pay a cleaner when you can do it yourself?
I've been doing it myself for nearly 40 years, Stanley. I've been coming home to muck out this pigsty after flogging myself for other people. Yeah, well, for once, I've got now to do except put my feet up.
Well, she's got to go home and do her work.
She happens to be a good bit younger than me, and she's only been working since her husband lost his job.
You're quite right, Hilda. She deserves some help, Stan.
Oh, sir.
It must be great to come in and find everything done. I noticed the difference as soon as I walked in.
What do you mean, the difference? Only difference is she's doing it instead of me. She's only cleaned exactly the same as what I do.
Oh, yeah, of course, and probably not as thorough either.
Oh, well, she's been thorough today, I'll give her that. Of course, it is only the first day. She'll probably get more slipshod as she goes along. Oh, you have to keep an eye on them, else they start taking advantage.
Spending that money with Christmas coming up.
It's because Christmas is coming up that I've got her, you daft lump, to give me a bit of a rest before the holiday.
Hey, now you've got her to help you, perhaps we could do something about that party you were talking about.
What party?
You know, the one you were discussing this morning.
You mean the one you were discussing this morning?
Well, the one we were both discussing. I mean, it would be a joint do.
What'd be joint about it, seeing as it be in my house?
Well, I'd share the X's.
How much?
Well, a third. There are three of us.
Half, seeing as it's your idea.
Ah, go on. I'll let you twist me arm.
I don't want no party.
You haven't been invited yet, Scrooge.
No, obviously never.
Oh, yes, you have. You could always take me to a dinner dance at the Midland if you prefer, Chuck.
Right then, who are we going to invite?
Everybody.
Everybody?
Yeah, the whole street. Even the Tillsleys, although they didn't invite us to their Brian's wedding. Even Bet Lynch, but she'll probably come in a neckline split down to here. Even Emily and Arnold, although I expect he considers himself a bit too posh for the likes of us.
I thought you said this morning he'd done a flip.
Yeah, well, I hope he has, because he'd only be a dead leg here. This is one party they're going to remember. Oh, yes. We'll show 'em that when the Ogdens do summit, they do it in style.
Oh, come in. How are you doing? Oh, all right. Well, that's more than can be said for me, honestly. All this cloak and dagger business is beginning to get me down. Ring before you come, knock 3 times and give the password.
Deirdre.
I know. It's not a funny situation and I shouldn't be making jokes about it. And I'm not. I'm just trying to make you see how unreal all this is.
But it is unreal. It's a nightmare.
I know, love. You're never going to come through it unless you stop shutting yourself off from the rest of the world. You can't sit here like a recluse for the rest of your life.
I don't intend to. Only for a little while, till I get myself together, till I feel I can face people.
Yeah, well, I think it's about time you started doing that again right now.
No. Why, you've not said anything.
Oh, no, I gave you my word and I've kept it.
I'm sorry.
But the rumours are flying about all the same. I mean, I don't know how people know, but they do know something's wrong because they've been asking me questions. Even Alf's been dropping hints.
Oh, I'm sorry. I realise it's awkward for you.
It's not me I'm worried about, love. It's you. Look, you've got to face up to this. I mean, I don't give a damn what people think. The sooner you get out and start telling the truth about what happened between you and Arnold, the sooner you can start to live a normal life again. Don't you see that?
You mean admit that I married a bigamist?
Well, you've got to in the end, haven't you, love?
The best find I've had for a bit, this.
What are you doing?
Doing the invites for the party, aren't I? Well worth the price of a new ink.
Ah, well, you needn't send me one.
What, a new ink pad?
No one invite you, Tater.
Well, you don't get an invite to your own party, do you?
I'd rather go to Rover's. It'll ruin Christmas, you know. We won't have a thing left to eat in the house.
Will you stop moaning and grab one of the guest lists and have a go?
I'm supposed to be doing windows. Fred G, Vera Duckworth, Ida Clough. Hey, they're not talking. If they see you, they'll be looking round for bricks.
That's the blacklist, you clown.
Blacklist?
Well, you've got to have a blacklist, haven't you?
What do you mean?
You've got to send one to them as well. It's etiquette. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Stanley Ogden regret to inform you that you're not invited to the rave up of the year.
You're kidding.
Of course I'm kidding.
Hey, I think a good one up for Fred G. You know, a special one for him.
Hey, something really insulting.
Have you got the letters for Drop Dead?
Drop Dead? Of course I have. Hey, I've even got Drop Dead You Bear, and we can have a picture of a monkey underneath. This didn't come out of a Weatherfield dustbin, you know. I had to swap this set with the Didsbury lads. Cost me 3 Playboys.
Give us a D.
Right.
Hey, it's a bonny drop of gargle, is that? You wouldn't get a better drop of chemic if you went to the quacks, you know. It'll make their eyes turn red at Christmas, that will. Oh, just say, Mrs. Walker, the bitter. Lovely condition.
Hope so, the time we spent down the cellar this morning.
Oh, well, yeah, it were a leaking pipe in the best mile, Mrs. Walker.
He's had his mouth to it for the last 3 hours.
Compression gland went, didn't it?
Right, I've given it a real good Christmas do, Mrs. Walker. Dusted the mistletoe and polished the holly.
Glad to hear it, Mrs. Ogden.
Polished the sweet sherry, I bet. Polished it all off.
Yeah, well, I'll get off now, because I've got my shopping to do and have my lunch in town, and then, well, I've got to get back and see how my Daily's doing.
You are?
Did we hear right, Mrs. Ogden? Did you say your Daily?
Oh, is it news? Oh, I thought I'd mentioned it. Oh, yes, my cleaner, a Mrs. Palin. Oh, very nice, respectable lady. Very particular.
Only cleans the best class of house, like.
Muck, sounding his H's, is that the touch?
I've booked her for Christmas, like, on approval, you know.
Are you on approval or her?
Normally, she comes in the mornings, but she's had to take her little boy to the clinic today, so it'll be after lunch.
Well, I suppose that's democracy. If you can afford a cleaner, Mrs. Ogden, why not?
She'll have got on the welfare. Mind you, she has got 2 other nutters at home to cope with, hasn't she?
On the welfare? You're living in the past, aren't you? There's no welfare nowadays. Oh, no. £1.75 an hour is how I got her.
£1.75 an hour? I only pay Mrs. Ogden £1.50.
I wonder if Hilda wants a barmaid.
Not a tip yet, you know, this Christmas. The people have been that tight. Even the boss. I don't think he's going to give us anything extra no-wage packets.
He gave you your job back.
Hey, we got this fag, you know. We stuck it in an envelope and marked, our beloved gaffer. And on the ciggy we wrote, Happy Christmas.
I hope he sees the funny side.
Still nothing's better than what my dad got for Christmas.
Oh!
What's up, love?
Oh. I just stretched too far.
Well, stop stretching, will you? Look, stretching can start it. Sit down.
Don't laugh.
God, I'm not flapping, I'm just having kittens.
It won't be till January the 3rd.
Because that's when the bed's booked.
You just take it easy.
Tea wants brewing.
Don't move, I'll get the tea.
What did you say about your dad?
Your dad?
About what he got for Christmas?
Oh, he got his cards, didn't he?
His cards? What do you mean he got the sack?
Yeah, he got made redundant.
Redundant? Why didn't you tell me?
To save upsetting you.
Upsetting me? Oh, come on, Prime. What about Bert? How does he feel?
You know me, Dad, love. He doesn't go in for dramatics.
Oh, still.
And he's got 2,000 quid coming to him, he reckons.
After all these years. I bet he's fuming. I know how I felt when you lost your job.
I knew he'd upset you.
What about Ivy? How's she taking it?
No, she's all right. She's got her own job, hasn't she? Look, love, me Dad'll get another. It's just a hiccup in his working life. That's how he puts it.
Well, I hope that's all it is. And your dad won't take kindly to being idle, will he? Not like my mum, for instance, is he?
Go. Your mum's all right, love.
Oh, well, if you're such an admirer, you'd be glad to know she's coming for Christmas.
What's stopping?
I got a card this morning.
She must love our sofa, your mum.
Thinks she wants to be with me, and I'll be glad of her. I just hope she's not broke.
You knocked, and there was no answer.
And I was sure she was in. I just had that feeling. You know how
it's an odd thing, but the same thing happened to me when I had occasion to call at Edge Hugo. It's very strange.
That seems a bit sinister to me, don't you think?
Mysterious, certainly.
I mean, then you hear all these tales about Arnold's clothes going out and so on.
Do you know, dear, the other night, over this very bar, someone suggested that Emily had done away with him.
That's ridiculous.
Precisely. And I made no bones about it. We've only to read the Sunday papers.
So there I am, enjoying my half day off, toasting my corns, and in comes Martin with his beloved.
Doing a bit of courting in his dinner hour. I wondered why he came down that ladder so fast.
Oh, how he'll cope over Christmas.
Why? Is it old man keeping her in?
Oh, no, I think he's got his feet under the table there. No, he's promised Alan he'll go home for Christmas, and a promise is a promise, he'll go. To tell you the truth, I think he still hangs his stocking up at Christmas.
Mrs. Walker, call for you.
Oh, good.
I think it's Emily.
Oh. Oh, well, in that case, I'll take it in the hall.
Hello there, Yates, my old pal. Hey, bitter's in good, Nick. Hey, try one.
Yeah, go on, give us a pint for a taster. Hey, have you seen Johnny Webb?
Oh, your mate Shorty? He was on the Arrows a few minutes ago. He's maybe gone through the back, you know, to water his horse.
Can I get you anything, Maeve? Christmas drink here, huh?
No, it's all right. I I've only just dipped out, and Rita's going on a dinner now.
Oh, well, another time, eh? In the meantime, let me give you this. Your invite.
Invite?
There we are.
This then, the dustbin man's ball?
This is your invitation to Stanley and Hilda Eldon's party, the rave-up of the year. No need to feel slighted, comrade. There's one for you and all. There we are. You're invited to the best party you're going to be invited to this festive season.
The only flipping party, innit?
Yeah, well, it probably is the only...
Hey, party? What party?
Oh, you're all right. There's one for you and all here. And one for your good lady.
Who? Hey, you know, they'll be fighting with these down at Tip.
Hey, invites. Don't not get one of these invites, Yates.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think there is one for you, Fred.
All she said was that she would like us to call round.
Oh, had she been on to the cabin then?
Well, apparently she's been on to the cabin. Rita thought you were probably here.
And didn't she so much as hint?
She preferred not to say anything on the phone. Of course, I didn't want to press her.
And did she sound, well, like herself, you know?
Slightly strained, I thought, dear. Come through to the back and we'll go by the side door.
Hey, what's the crack here, Yates? Drop dead your Burke, you're not invited. VSOP.
Yeah, well, it's a joke, innit? Chinese invites.
Well, it's not very flipping funny, is it, Yates? What's VSOP? It's RSVP. What's it mean, any road?
Well, like, VSOP is Chinese for RSVP, you see.
Oh, aye. Come on, Charlie Chan and wishy-washy. Come on, what's it all mean?
Billy, Solly, none out of soap. Do your own dirty washing.
In the circumstances, I think it's only right to return all presents, as I explain in the little note I've included. It's probably in some way symbolic, but it's also practical. I simply do not want things in the house that remind me I was ever thought I was married to a man called Arnold Swain. You do understand, you do see. You do
believe me?
Well, of course you would believe you. How could we not?
Of course we understand.
It's just that we're trying to cope, aren't we? I mean, you feel the same. It's so staggering.
Well, I always thought he was such a nice man. I mean, a bit opinionated, I suppose.
But hardly the man to be capable of a deception like this. A little shady, perhaps.
Oh, please forgive me, but I do find all the details, all the whys and wherefores rather painful.
Of course you do, dear.
I expect you just want to wipe it from your mind.
Well, it's never going to be far from my mind, not immediately, but I do want my daily life to be what it was before Arnold. And to achieve that, I have to end rumour. I have to end speculation.
And there's been a lot of that, dear.
Inevitably.
Well, I want people to know the facts. That Arnold was a bigamist, and that I lived with a man who was not my husband.
But without you knowing.
Well, of course.
Oh.
Such a tragedy.
Look, I'll only take a bit off. Half an inch.
No, you'll do it crooked.
Look, I've had training, you know. I used to do Saturdays where my mum works.
I bet your dad's like this with his prisoners.
I'm determined. My dad's sadistic now. Come on.
Care off.
You can't sit through Christmas turkey peering through a fringe,
Look,
can you?
Does your dad carve?
Of course he can't.
Well, do you think he'd let me have a leg? Because I always have a leg at home.
Look, he has a leg, my mum has a leg, and you and me, like the little angels, will have wings. Now, come on.
Get off. Oh, you two still here? Hey, miss, your dinner whistle's gone.
Oh, heck, may I better go? Hey. I'll call round tonight, OK? Bye.
And you best be on your bike and all. Len Fairclough's on his way back.
She was trying to cut me hair.
Oh, blow your hair. What does she want to go messing with your hair for?
Yeah, well, you know what her dad's like.
Yes, Mussolini with knobs on. Has he suddenly taken against long hair or something?
Oh, well, you never know. He might take it as a bad sign. What with me being invited over there for Christmas dinner.
Hey, wet bonds. You're going home to Birmingham for Christmas. You promised your mother and she's expecting you.
Oh, heck. I forgot. What am I going to do?
Heck, what's happened? Rover's gone on fire or something?
I'm skint.
What, no window money? No Christmas boxes?
Nobody in. All gone out spending. I got a quid at one call, got some chips, and dropped 50p down the grid at Jackson's.
Well, don't look at me with your hand out. What with all this party stuff plus extras, all my brass is spoken for. Oh, and couldn't you put them chips on a plate?
What's the difference, says washing up?
Look, I've got Mrs. Palin due any minute, and here's you sat here dead common.
You mean a cleaning woman?
Yeah, she sees you like that. No fork, no plate.
She's seen me. Made me a cup of tea.
You mean she's here?
Upstairs, can't you hear?
Right, well, come on now, shift yourself. Look decent.
Oh, afternoon, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, afternoon, dear.
I've done the upstairs, been round the bathroom.
Oh, very good. I hope my husband hasn't been under your feet.
Oh, not at all. No, as a matter of fact, he very kindly emptied the bag for me, on the back, you know.
Oh. Oh, well, I'm glad he's been helpful.
You're very lucky, you know. Having a husband doesn't mind doing a bit round the house.
Oh, yes. Yes, I've got a real treasure in Stanley. Well, now, dear, if you'll just side the table and do them few pots in the sink, I'm just going upstairs to change.
Would you like a chip butty?
Now, before we open the doors to the evening trade, I have a few words to say on a rather serious matter. Now, I know there has been gossip, and a great deal of it over this bar, in the last few days concerning Mrs. Bishop.
You mean Mrs. Swain, don't you?
No bet. I use the word Mrs. Bishop deliberately because that is the name by which Emily herself, in her changed circumstances, would wish to be called.
Oh, he's taking his hook, has he? You know, the rabbit waller like.
He has not, in the sense you mean, taken his hook, nor has he taken anything else. And that is exactly the kind of conjecture, the kind of tittle-tattle of which Emily is afraid. And she has asked me, as someone, I hope, of discretion and good sense, to do everything I can to discourage.
Sorry, Mrs. Walker.
Now, Emily has given me permission to acquaint the tittle-tattlers with the true facts of her circumstances.
Give folk the nitty-gritty, like?
If they get the wrong end of the stick.
I was going to say, set the record straight. And that is what I will say, because that is what must be done. That and nothing more.
So we have to have the right end of the stick?
Well, you'll have to give us the true facts.
I have already decided to do that. Now, the facts are these. Arnold Swain was already married. His wife is not dead. He was never divorced. He has, for 15 odd years, lived a lie. Now that has come to light, and Emily has to face the fact that she contracted a bigamous marriage.
My God. Talk about life's rich flaming tapestry.
Is that it? Has he gone with her money? I mean, is that the bottom of it? Has he gone on his bike with her
Fred,
money?
he has not gone with her money. Emily has asked him to leave, and he has left. Now, those are the facts of the case, and that is what you must tell people. And I shall be extremely annoyed if you, as members of my staff, generate gossip about this painful matter which concerns a very dear friend of mine.
Oh, you're right, Gail. You know, I can't hide nothing from you. I'm broke. What's worse, I'm in debt up to my ears.
It doesn't matter, Mum.
There I was in my little council flat. I only moved in last month. Electric cut off, rent owing. They've taken the television away. I mean, the bailiffs are just waiting to get their feet in the door.
Well, I know it's not that bad, but if you are in a mess...
Come and stop with us.
We're not in a mess. We're organised.
That's my failing. I can't organise my spending, you see.
Oh, I'd be the same if it wasn't for the Chancellor of the Exchequer.
You should cut down on luxuries, Mum. Cut down on hairdos and cut down on nail polish.
Yeah, get some furniture polish instead.
Oh, no, I must have my nail polish. I must have my makeup. I'd fall apart.
You should budget. Draw up a list of essentials.
Yeah, well, I always seem to get diamante earrings on the top of my list of essentials.
I get digital watches on mine.
I mean, look at you coming here today in a taxi.
And she tipped him as well.
My last quid.
There's a perfectly good bus service.
Oh, well, if you don't want poor relations, if Bert and Ivy are coming.
Nothing's fixed yet, is it?
There's no arrangements being made at all yet.
No, if I'm going to be a bird, and I suppose I could just about scrape up enough money for me bus fare to me cold little flat.
Stop him, so give over.
I'm just testing you. I was just seeing if you'd want me if I had got nothing.
What do you mean, if?
Oh, Brat, come here. Tip this bag up. Honestly. Broke, she says.
No. Look at that. You big softy, you are.
I bet you did skip your rent. I bet that bit's true.
Now, come on, have some faith. Look, we have 2 rent-free weeks at Christmas. And, furthermore, ta-da! Look at that.
Miss Potter fashion sales.
Floating around Marshall's, aren't I? I mean, that's to the sales end.
Sales are on all year round these days.
The way I'm shifting those awful dresses to Blue Ring Stanley Walkers is nobody's business.
Hey, what fabulous turkey.
Oh, yes, well, there's this lovely fella in the frozen food department, so I just go by and give him one of my walks. Listen, just one last thing. Seeing as I got this turkey cut prize, I will cook it. So if there should be an emergency...
Oh, don't mention emergencies, please.
With all your talents, Mum, I can't see you as a midwife.
I can dial 999 and say ambulance.
You say maternity.
Oh, dear.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I know I promised to come home for Christmas. Look, there's someone at the door. I better go. Listen, I'll phone you tomorrow and let you know definite.
Dead romantic.
Yeah, well, I was going to arrange the lights and do it up a bit, but my mum's just rung.
Oh, yeah. Bet you've been sat here reading this comic, haven't you?
Listen, I've got a problem.
Not noticed.
My man wants me to go home for Christmas.
Oh, and you said no, because you'll be letting your dad beat your dress Christmas Day, won't you?
You see, I can understand desertion. I can understand a fella packing his bag and doing a moonlight. But bigamy, 2 wives, must be a glutton of punishment, that fella.
I don't know why you bother. I don't know why you don't just live over the brush.
A bit dicey if you got to produce your marriage lines, isn't it, kid?
Can't send a brush by post, can you?
A bare-faced cheek of the bloke, and he was me thinking he was as straight-laced as a cub leader's corsets.
I believe he'd sort of blotted it out.
Well, what happened? Did he talk in his sleep or something?
Aye, how did she rumble him?
Well, it seems his proper wife surrendered a policy that needed his signature, and they traced him to Emily's.
Hey, talking about Emily's, Rita had a note to go round there after tea.
Yeah, be over the presents. She's giving them back.
Come to think of it, somebody knocked this after. I was in the bath.
Be Emily.
Doing the right thing.
You know, I feel for her. I've taken some hard knocks myself, but I wouldn't have her luck.
Flaming fellas. You can't trust a single one of them.
I'm afraid I'm dull company. I was awake half last night trying to think it all out.
Ah, don't worry about me. I'm quite happy just to sit here drinking your coffee.
Afraid I might get suicidal or something.
No, love, I don't think that for a moment, because I know you've been through a lot worse.
I'm sorry. That was morbid.
Ah, quite natural under the circumstances.
I don't know how I'd have got through the last few days without having you to confide in.
Just glad to help.
And you were right to advise against hiding away and trying to keep it all secret.
Oh, you told one or two people then?
I told Mavis and Mrs. Walker.
Oh, well, that's got all the gossip shops sewn up anyway. That's the Rovers, the cabin and the corner shop. Mrs. Walker, Mavis and me to put people straight.
I went to see Elsie.
What did she say? Get yourself a new hairdo and a new frock and a new fella.
Oh, I think she was having a bath.
Oh, she must have been expecting the plumber. I'm sorry. Wasn't even worth a titter. Just my natural bitchiness coming out.
Then I left word for Rita, and that seemed about enough for one day.
Oh, you've done wonders.
Tomorrow or Wednesday I shall have to inform the authorities, I suppose, which won't be very pleasant.
Oh, Wednesday's Christmas Eve and all.
I don't want a party, you know that.
Oh, fair dues, Stan. I've shelled out, you know.
Yeah, it's cost me all of 10 quid for the buffet, so I think you should tip up for the ale.
After all, you'll be there, won't you, supping more than your share?
I'll be here protecting my property.
Protecting the property? This is the fella that's turned it into a farmyard before now.
It's the furniture I'm worried about.
Oh, give over. Come midnight, you'll be doing a clog dance on the table.
Something will be missing.
With a bit of luck, it might be you.
If that's how you feel, you can whistle.
Now, look here, Stanley Ogden. Just you get your hand down and let's see a fiver laid on that table.
A fiver?
I've stuck 5 notes down.
So you should. Half your mates will be here, won't they?
Only Johnny Webb.
Aye, and he can suck dandy. If he shifted him up the way he says beer, and he'll bring a woman.
There'll be no fancy woman, he knows that.
He'll bring an old bag.
He can bring his missus.
He'll bring an old bag, and she'll be a tea leaf.
Oh, well, this is just a blind.
He's sitting there with brass in his pocket.
I'm skinned.
You've had window money. Now, you've had more than thank yous, I know that.
They're keeping tight hold, aren't they?
I'll tell you what, Stan. Look, I'll put a fiver down there. You put one on there, and you can have both.
Oh, put it away, Eddie. He'll never change his spots. It'll be writ on my gravestone. I married a skinflint.
Go on. Cover that with a fiver.
Oh, saving this for New Year.
I'll tell you what, make it 2 and then beat me for speed.
Right, that'll do me, Stanley.
But somebody's got to save.
Oh, after 35 years of throwing it down the grid.
And all of a sudden he's got a piggy bank.
Yeah. I'm having a very good Christmas so far, Stanley. I'm having my house cleaned. I'm the only one in this street what's having a party. Now, are you going to spoil it all?
We'll have something swiped, you mark my words. What's the good of going to a party? You don't swipe something.
Oh, give over, Stanley. It's Christmas. People don't go to your house and nick things.
How the hell do you think we got our clock?
Can't let me mum and dad down at Christmas, can I?
Of course you can't.
I know I said I'd come round your house, but I haven't been home for ages,
Oh,
Karen.
listen, Martin, don't keep going on. I'm convinced. You've got to be a good boy and go home. You haven't been home for months. You've not been away for Christmas before, though.
What are you putting your coat on for? We've got hours yet.
I'm putting my coat on because I'm going home. And I'm going home because I'm sick of sitting here listening to you being wet.
Karen, there's always Boxing Day.
No, there isn't. And I'll tell you something else, too. When you get to Birmingham, you needn't bother coming back.
Karen!
Read comic.
You don't mind, do you? And I'll see you right about the gas.
Hilda, are you telling me that you want to put your sausage rolls in my oven?
Yeah, well, like I said, there's no room left in ours. There's hardly room for the gas to get in.
I'll say one thing for you, Hilda. You've got a right blooming cheek, you have.
Yeah, I know. Still, you don't mind asking, do you, when you know who your friends are? Your true friends, like. I mean, when you've got that bomb.
Yeah, I know, Hilda, you once saved me life.
Oh,
but...
no, I'm not bringing that up. I wouldn't dream of it.
No, but I notice your true friend doesn't get an invitation to the party.
Oh, Elsie, now you don't have to angle for an invite. Oh, no, Chuck, you're more than welcome. You shouldn't need to be told.
Thank heaven for that. For a moment, I thought I'd been struck off the social register.
Don't be so daft. And I tell you, there'll be no shortage of eats and drinks. Oh, when we have a do, we have a do.
Oh, Christmas. Well, go on, stick 'em in then.
Oh, right, and don't worry, I'll see you right for the gas.
All right. Oh, hello, Chuck. He's not here. Oh. No, he's gone home to Birmingham. Oh, dear. Well, don't start as they call. Come on inside before we both freeze to death.
Hello, Chuck. Don't mind me. Season's greetings.
When did he go?
Day before yesterday, Monday, I think.
Right after I left him?
Yes, I suppose so.
Ah, have you fell out? Oh, they think it's the end of the world, don't they?
Have you done what you have to do in that oven?
Oh, yes, Ta. I'll be back when they're done. Ta-ra, Chuck. Oh, courting, eh? Ooh, you wouldn't go through it again, would you?
Ta-ra, Hilda.
Yeah, well, just for now.
Did he say anything?
No, I don't think so. Just he was going home to Birmingham, that's all.
Was he all mad and everything?
Not that I noticed. He upped and went a bit suddenish, that's all. But after all, Birmingham is his home, isn't it? Have you had a row?
Sort of. About him going home, as a matter of fact. I just came round to say it was all right. I didn't mind if he did.
Well, that's all right then, isn't it?
Except it's obvious, isn't it? He's gone any road. He doesn't care whether I care or not. And if he doesn't care, why should I? I don't care.
Yes, Chuck. Would you like me to give him a message? I mean, I will be phoning him.
Yes. If you would, please. Tell him there's plenty of other fish in the sea, and I'm going to give his jam record to Paul Siddle.
Oh.
Not more ale?
More ale. Can't have a party without having more ale. More ale is the cry.
Yeah, well, now, look, I just want something made perfectly clear. Leave that alone, Stanley. Now then, we're going to have a bit of class about this, do. I don't want no one showing us up.
Quite right, Hilda. We'll have a bit of class. You can have the bow tie stand, I'll have the spats and the top hat.
You've been drinking already, haven't you?
Well, the Yuletide cup has been pressed to me lips, yeah.
I can imagine. Well, now, listen. This is going to be a decent do. There's going to be no drunkenness or disgusting behaviour.
She must be talking to you, Stan.
I just hope I'm making myself clear, that's all.
I'm starving. Can't we have us tea?
Oh, you're not having no tea. You've got all this after.
I'm hungry.
You'll have to wait.
Well, let's spit a bottle then.
Now, you're not touching none of that drink.
Ah, flaming Nora.
Now, look, you're under me feet. I've got more to do than keep an eye on you two. Why don't you go down the pub?
Do you hear that, Stan? Your Hilda's just ordered you down the pub.
Yeah, go on, get down the Rovers. You can have an aperitif.
No, I was just saying, if you want to do something over the Christmas period, come and join us.
Oh, thank you. It's very nice of you.
Well, we always get a bottle of sherry in and somebody's got to drink it, haven't we? So if you think you can stand our company, you know where to find us, don't you?
Yes, thanks.
Is there anything at all I can do?
No, I don't think so.
Have you heard anything?
No.
Nothing? Well, you can't just go on like this, can you?
No. No, but then I don't really know what to do.
There's only one thing you can do.
Well, I don't know.
Yes, you do. For a start, you've got to work out all the official paperwork, haven't you? You've got to get that going on the right lines, otherwise God knows what kind of trouble you're going to be in eventually.
Yes.
And then you've got to start the ball rolling. And there's only one way of doing that. And that's going straight to the police. Just go. Just talk to them. Tell them.
Yes, it's going to the police.
Well, you've got to, haven't you?
Arnold told his sister that he'd go to the police himself.
Yeah, but he hasn't, has he? Otherwise you'd have known.
Well, every day I've expected to hear something, but nothing.
I think you've given him long enough.
Oh, but the idea of going to the police...
It is a crime, love.
Even so, I've been thinking I must go to the registrar and see if they can start, you know, unravelling things.
You know the first thing they'll do? Go to the police?
I know. It just seems less vengeful if they do it than if I do it.
No, but you haven't done that either, have you? No. And why not? Because it's all part of the same thing. And all the while you're sitting here with this hanging over your head. Look, do something. Go to the police. Just get it done with.
But Christmas Eve, you can't go bothering the police.
They do stay open, love.
Oh, but...
You're not going to, are you? You're going to put it off till tomorrow. And that's Christmas. So you'll put it off again, and again and again, till you find yourself in New Year. And all the time, you're sitting here with that hanging over your head, and you're concealing a crime. Look, I'm sorry to put it that way.
No, it's...
I'll run you down there.
No, it's all right, don't...
Yes, I'll run you down there. There's no point in sitting here with this hanging over your head. Especially tonight. Christmas Eve. Come on. Get your coat.
Oh, thank you. And all the best. Merry Christmas.
Oh, if you say so.
Wonderful. Well, it's festive season, isn't it? Yes, I can actually stand here and watch people fester.
Do you know, Mrs. Tanner, the perfect vantage point is this side of the counter. Over the years, I have seen Christmas deteriorate, and I have come to this conclusion. It is because there is no meaning anymore, and where there is no meaning, there is no joy.
It's quite right, you know. It's all people think of today, money.
And I think we were happier when we were poorer.
Oh, you speak for yourself, Mrs. Walker.
I know that I'm not speaking for many, not these days, because people don't care anymore.
No, she's right. Everything today's commercialised.
You know there's a gift industry, don't you? They make gifts. Things that are no use for anything else except giving away.
Well, it's nice. I don't care if a thing's useless. It's nice just getting things.
Well, that was one of the first meanings of Christmas, weren't it? I mean, you know, they brought the first Christmas presents, them three wise men, you know.
Give us a couple of pints, will you, Fred?
Oh, aye, gold, frankincense and myrrh.
You're all right, Newton and Ridley's will do.
Aye, I mean, they were the first Christmas presents, you know.
What happened to them?
What?
The presents the wise men give.
Oh, well, I mean, the gold, like, they'll have used that, won't it? I mean, they needed things, didn't they, you know?
Yeah, well, what about the others, like the frankincense and the myrrh?
Well, now you come to mention it, what is it?
Well, I don't know, it was very dear stuff, I know that. Very dear.
Well, they wouldn't give him nothing cheap, would they?
No.
Oh, Elsie, I've been knocking and knocking.
All right.
My sausage rolls?
I took them out.
Oh, did you? Thanks very much.
Yeah, well, you might forget, but me never.
Yeah, well, I've been that busy, you know, getting everything ready.
Yes, and it shows, Hilda.
Oh, thank you. So will you bring them round then when you come?
Well, I was getting... Yeah, all right.
Oh, that's a relief, Ta. Now, I'll have to dash back, but you're all invited, you know that. Hey, and come on, you two, sup up. You're supposed to be the hosts.
Wherever did she get that dress?
Same place Elsie gets hers.
Never mind the dress. Where did your Hilda get that headgear stand?
Our Hilda? Was that her?
You the bigamy?
Yes.
Oh, right, Joe.
Hey, tell Suggy he can take that hand back. Say I'll see him down the oak.
Sorry, love. Right, now then. So, who was the bigamist then?
My husband is the bigamist. If husband is the right way of putting it.
I see. And you've got proof, have you?
Yes. Well, I've seen the proof.
Ah, you've seen proof.
Yes.
What was that?
It was an insurance document, and it was about something in his wife's name. It was something that came because it needed his signature, and I saw it.
I see. He's got another wife, and she sent him an insurance policy to sign.
It wasn't quite like that. It was brought to the shop.
What shop is this?
My husband's shop. A pet shop. Swain's, you might know it.
Oh, right. And somebody brought this thing?
Yes, a man from the insurance company. They traced him. He says he's had no connection with her for a long time, and I think that's true. But all the same, they traced him.
And?
And I found out.
You read this form, did you?
Yes.
And what form exactly was it?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what an insurance person would call it. It was a form, but it showed all the details, and Mrs. Swain was the beneficiary.
Could have been his mother.
It said spouse, and I think you'll find that the only person whose life you can insure, apart from yourself, is your spouse, so it would hardly have been his mother.
And you're quite sure the Mrs. Swain referred to wasn't yourself?
I'm quite sure. I do know my own name.
All right, love, but, you know, you'll be amazed. People get hold of the wrong end of a stick sometimes, you know, they can do. They imagine all sorts. Especially if they've had a bit of a falling out, you know.
Really?
Well, if by any chance you were wrong about that form, well, you wouldn't be the first woman in there saying the old man was a bigamist, you know what I mean? Not by a long shot. Have you had a bit of a bye with him by any chance?
I don't know why you will not take me seriously. I'm not a half-wit. It's difficult and unpleasant enough to come here at all. I wouldn't be here unless I was absolutely sure of what I'm saying. My husband is already married. He's admitted the fact to me.
All right, love, all right. Where is he now?
I don't know. He left.
Well, let's get the whole story then. How long have you been married?
3 months.
3 months? Oh, don't worry, love. If the insurance company can find him, so can we.
Just want it all straightened out, put right.
Well, let's start with your name.
Yes. Emily Bishop.
Now, they asked, and answer that. They're starting to arrive. Tell them Coates in Eddie's bedroom.
Oh, nobody here yet? I'm starving.
Well, look, in the meantime, tell anybody that comes they'll have to pay for the breakages. That's about a hell of a flaming deposit on this lot, and then we nearly didn't get them.
Well, you're late picking up, weren't you?
Well, I only hope it was worth us while bothering.
Oh, well, it's early yet, isn't it? Look, who's definitely said they're coming?
Well, there's me and Stan, and you and that mate of yours that drives your wagon.
Yeah, Johnny, and who else?
Well...
Well, who do you invite?
Well, Emily.
Oh, she won't come.
And Mavis Riley.
Well, she won't come without Emily.
And Mike Baldwin, of course.
Well, he won't come, will he?
And Mrs. Walker.
Oh, Nora.
Oh, Hilda. If you wanted it to be exclusive, you've certainly succeeded.
I just...
Stego. He'll come when he comes. You know Stego.
Yeah.
Would you like me to give you a screen kiss? Where's Thingy, anyway?
Oh.
What's his name?
Gone back to Birmingham.
Oh, what's his name, anyway?
I think it was Thingy.
Don't they look different with a tie on? Human, practically.
Pat in a dim light. In a nightclub, for instance.
We're not going to a nightclub.
I didn't say any particular nightclub.
We're not going to Gatsby.
I've just said.
I've just said.
I'm sorry I spoke.
Hello.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Hello, my little lovely. Hey, look, seeing as it's Christmas, what are you having on me, eh?
Oh, I think you're dead quickly. Could I have a rum and black, please?
You can.
What brings you down here then, love?
Well, I've left Brian and Gare with the turkey in the oven and the house to themselves. So, where are all the good times happening? What are you asking him for?
Hey, you just stick with me, darling, eh?
Audrey, in answer to your question, there's dominoes in the snow. Now, if that's too exciting for you, there's a party at Toggy's.
A party, is there?
Obviously, she don't know.
You better come down with us then, eh?
What do you mean?
We'll just go to the Ogdens, eh?
We're not going to the Ogdens.
Oh, just to be neighbourly.
We're not going to the Oggies. I want a night out.
Only for half an hour.
We haven't been invited.
We have. Eddie was in here. He said come.
Well, I wish he hadn't. And we're not taking a bottle because we're not stopping and they'll have nothing.
Merry Christmas, one and all.
Come in, come in.
First arrival, we shall live.
Oh, no, they'll all be coming now.
Well, oh, Mrs. Hey, you know Barney, Alec, don't you? Don't worry about Alec, he'll be all right.
Have you anywhere I can lean, Alec?
Yeah, stick 'em up on that wall there, lad.
Where's Mrs. Webb tonight, then?
Oh, she couldn't come tonight, love. Tragic. Yeah, she couldn't find the teeth. Come on, big fella, put some music on. It's supposed to be a party.
Right, what do you want? Sex pistols?
Hey, are you all right, Chuck? Right, Hilda. Come on, where do you want these? Sassy, give them here. I'll put them on some plate. Okay, lovely, all right. Thank you very much.
Hello, Mrs. My name's Barney. I hope you left your husband at home. Don't be taken in by smooth talk, will you, Mrs. T?
I shouldn't think so.
What do you have to drink, love? Because I've got some influence.
Gin and tonic.
Hello, love, how are you? Come in.
No, I'm just looking for Hilda.
Oh, you're not going, are you?
Yes.
Hey, no, now you're here, stop. Or do you like to see grown men cry? You know, Caleb. No. I'm telling you about this, but we haven't got a bottle of it. Oh, we're not. What about Coke?
Hilda. Yes, I'm not stopping. I'm just calling. You know our Tracy's in bed, and with it being Christmas, she won't sleep.
No, I know.
So I just wonder, could you make sure there's no noise upstairs?
Oh, there'll be nothing at all going on upstairs, I can tell you that now.
Do you live far, love?
Next door.
Yeah. What's up there?
Would you rather be out with your mates?
Not particularly.
Sure.
I said not particularly.
It's nice though, isn't it? Christmas in our own house. Especially when we've got it to ourselves. All quiet.
We won't be on it to ourselves much longer though, will we?
That's different.
Hey, is it going to cry a lot?
Pass the chocolates.
Is it?
Pass the chocolates.
Hey, all right, Alec?
He's all right. Mind your back, Alec.
Sorry. Here, here's his little sausage roll, little canopy.
No, thanks, Hilda. I had a big tea.
Oh, Elsie, little canopy, sausage roll.
No, thanks, love. I've been nibbling all day.
The sausage roll, little canopy.
No.
Come on, Chuck.
I've only come to see Nick
Oh,
Van.
well, you've come to the right place. Here, sausage roll, little canopy.
Oh, not very much. I'm starving.
We'll take one for after. Right. Okay, what are you doing here?
I've just pitched back from Brum.
What for?
Don't walk it.
You mystery, honestly. You get no turkey dinner here, you know. I'm not bothering.
No.
Have you had a row with your dad?
No.
You're not bothering either.
No, what's the point when you're on your own?
I know the feeling. Hey, have you seen that young girlfriend of yours? She old enough to go in pub.
Where was she?
The Rovers.
When?
Oh, about an hour since.
Right. I'll see you after.
What can you do?
Do nothing. It's normal at that age.
It's his dad. You're like oil and water. You've had a row, that's why he's back.
Give over. It's probably young love. Now, at this age, they're really pathetic.
I don't think any woman should be alone, you know. I sincerely believe that. Who's taking you home, love?
You ready, Paul? I took you long enough. Come on, Karen, and bring the records. Oh, it's Thingy. Where are you going?
Thought you were in Birmingham.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
So I see.
Well, where are you going?
Don't have to tell you where I'm going.
I'm only asking Karen. I can ask, can't I? Is he bothering you? You keep out of this. You what? You heard. Now, look here. Don't push me.
All right,
Warning you. The minute my back's turned, eh?
Come on out.
What's to do?
Out you go, come on. Come on, we're having no party
I'm
here.
stopping all Christmas because of you, you know.
Come on,
Out you go.
Karen.
Look, they're not worth it, son.
Yeah, Butch, Fred.
Well, that Elsie Tanner's grandson.
Aye.
All trouble, that family.
That's only kids, Mrs. Walker.
Oh, Fred, after we're close tonight, would you care to have a nightcap with me?
Oh, well,
Just in honour of Christmas.
well, see, I was just going for a walk down the road, you know.
Oh.
Well, it's Oggy, you know, he's having a party.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
You tight thing. Why didn't you? She's dead lonely.
I've got other fish to fry, haven't I?
You hope. I thought you'd be on your own, so I'll just call in. I've been to the Oggies.
I'm afraid we were invited, but...
Oh, it's certainly getting very lively there.
Well, we are very quiet here.
Oh, no, it's a relief, honest. There's some very funny fellas.
Oh, well, you won't find any here. Worse luck. Oh, I don't really mean that.
How much of that sherry have you had, Mary?
Will you have a glass?
Yeah, go on, just one. Don't want to get tiddly. I've got to make sure Father Christmas finds Tracy's Christmas stocking, and it's not easy in the dark, I can tell you.
There.
So?
She's been to the police today.
Oh, have you?
You don't mind me telling you?
What did they say?
Oh, they'll pursue it. I've got to go to the registrar as well, but anyway, I've done it.
Good thing, too.
Hard part was getting them to believe me. Apparently, women not infrequently do accuse their husbands of bigamy with no grounds at all. Seems to be a way of letting off steam.
Really?
Well, so they said. Anyway, I've done it. Len made me, and I must say it does feel as though I've brought something to an end. Since I came back, it's Arnold I've been feeling sorry for.
Well, anyway, let's drink to the future.
With or without men?
Without.
Without.
La 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 la
My husband after you. He's on the over there, you know.
Hey, Ugly, how's your fish flying?
Oh, take no notice of her.
Hey, we could go down for the last hour.
Nah, I'd lose my licence. They're red hot at Christmas, you know.
We'll get a taxi.
Well, you'd have to wait for hours down there.
You've organised this very nicely, haven't you?
It's a smashing party, though, isn't it, eh?
It would be for any decent fellas. I ought to go, Fred. I mean, I can't set a bad example to my daughter, can I? I can't stop out. I only came for a quick drink.
Take you home now, love. I've got the rover.
No, you've not got yours, Fred.
Well, I only came because you were here, didn't I? Come on, I'll take you home now if you like.
You've been around then, eh?
All over, love.
Not just on the bins?
Oh, I've done everything, my love. You do your own hair, do you?
Usually, yes.
Very nice.
Hey, watch him, mate.
Now, Stanley, don't let's have no scenes.
Well, it is a party, you know, mate.
I know it. That's my flaming beer, isn't it?
Ooh, give me strength. Honestly, do show me. I told you before.
What's to do, love?
Oh, nothing. I'm just going home.
Well, you promised me I was taking you home.
Did I?
You certainly did.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but a friend's given me a lift.
I'm giving you a lift, love.
Don't you think you've had just a little too much?
You must be kidding. Now, listen, I've got my car just round.
Yes, I am.
Hang on a minute, mate. You're muscling in where you're not wanted. Just hold fire a minute. I'm taking this.
Just you'll let go of her, mate.
Oh, don't you start now.
I just thought you could show some self-respect, that's all. I mean, he's making all that advances, and what do? Nothing. Hey, what's going on? Oh, look, stop it, mind it, look. Who is that man? Who is that?
I'll go and sort him out.
I don't want any of that, thank you very much. Oh, look, right. Oh, stop it. Oh, aren't they awful? You can't do anything decent round here. Not even at Christmas.
Don't mind the first cup, will you, Bet?
No, as long as it's warm and wet, I'll not grumble.
Good. Oh, before you sit down, dear, would you tell Mrs. Alton it's 11's this?
Hilda! See you up, love!
Oh, you know, the tiles in them toilets are going home, Mrs. Walker. You can hardly tell when I've mopped them.
You know, I've thought that a time or two.
And it's not for want of elbow grease, neither. No, it's the dirt, you see. It's like got ingrained into them, if you know what I mean.
Could we discuss this at some other time? I'm trying to enjoy my cup of tea.
Oh, yeah. Well, not like a nice cup of tea when you've been struggling in them toilets.
Mrs. Alton, please. Now, when you finish downstairs today, I would like you to do upstairs as well. Go right through.
Right on, Mrs. Walker. You're the boss. That's what my cleaning lady says, you know. You're the boss, Mrs. Ogden. Oh, she's very willing.
I'm sure she's a real treasure.
Oh, she is. And very trustworthy and all. Do you know, you could leave a private letter lying about and you know she wouldn't read it. Talking of letters, I had ever such a nice one this morning from Barney Holt.
Barney, did you say?
Barney. You know, he was at our Christmas party. Listen to this. Dear Hilda, thanks a million for your Christmas thrash. You are a little gem. Here's to the next time. Be good, Barney. Now, isn't that nice?
Is it in joined up writing and all?
Well, of course it is. What are you getting at?
Nothing.
Well, no, as a matter of fact, I was thinking he must be a bit childish if he likes parties that turn into playground punch-ups.
Oh, that was just a bit of horseplay at the finish. Proper place for horses, Mrs. Ogden, is the stable yard.
Quite right, Mrs. Walker. Oh, you'd have loved it. Do you know, everybody's been saying they've never had such a good time.
It's not what your neighbours said. They've all had a good moan to me about it.
Oh, well, that's them as wasn't invited. They're just jealous. Mind you, there was a fair bit of cleaning up to do after. Still, my cleaning lady took care of all that.
What time are you due back at work?
1:30.
Good, you can do the washing up for me.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, come on. Fair dues. I'm due back at 10 minutes and I did the cooking, so fair's fair, isn't it?
All right, I said OK, didn't I?
All right. Don't bite me head off. What the heck's up with you these days?
Nothing.
Yes, there is. You've been dead misery ever since Christmas. You know, if you were a few inches smaller and a few years younger, I'd give you a big dose of something nasty. That'd perk you up a bit.
Don't go on.
Go on? I've never even opened my mouth. I've never said a word. I've been dead tactful. And I might say it's not been easy. But I'm going to say something now. What is going on? Oh, it's got to be Karen, hasn't it? Because nothing else would make you so dead miserable. Come on, what's up?
Yes, it is Karen.
Have you fallen out?
No, not exactly. All right, in a way, yes. You know when I come back on Christmas Eve? Well, she was out with another bloke, wasn't she?
Oh, I see. Well, it is your fault in a way, Martin. You suddenly up and decide to go home on Christmas Eve. Well, you can't blame the girl if she wants to go out on Christmas Eve, especially if she's sore at you.
Yeah, I can understand that, I suppose. But, well, I was a bit choked at the time, and when I said to her, well, here I am, like, I'm back now, she still went off with this bloke.
And is that all that's getting you down?
Well, that's enough, isn't it?
Oh, come on, Martin. You'll have a lot worse fallouts before you're through. Look, if Karen had arranged to go out with somebody else, she could hardly drop the lad like a hot brick. I mean, put yourself in her place.
Oh, he's not really a lad. He's a fella, must be 23, 24.
Well, the position is still the same. Look, you're not living in flipping Saudi Arabia. She is allowed to go out with somebody else. And if she's arranged to go out with somebody and you turn up, she can't tell him to go away now, can she?
I don't know. Maybe not, I suppose.
I know you, and I bet you're making a mountain out of a molehill. Well, go on. What's happened since?
Nothing. I've not seen her.
Why not?
Well, it's not up to me, is it? She should make the first move.
Ooh, kids. Look, supposing she's thinking the same way. You daft devil. Why don't you get round there and get things sorted out?
You think I should?
I'm sure you should. Unless you want to spend the rest of your life moping about it. Ta-ra. See you.
That's 2.21, please, Mike.
Right. And one for yourself, now.
Oh, ta, very much. Did Father Christmas bring you a lot of these?
There's no such fella. Anyway, I've never met him.
Cheers, Mike.
Yeah, all the best, cheers.
Hey, Bet, what did you get in your stocking this year?
Not a lot, except a leg. My owner might have.
Well, I think there's nothing like a nice family Christmas.
Do you know, that's what I had. Nothing like a nice family Christmas. Did you have better luck, then?
Well, I've not really been used to family dues, not really having had much of a family, apart from Gail when she were little. Mind you, I'm doing all right with me in-laws, when we're speaking, that is.
How are things with you and Ivy these days?
Not bad, touch wood. I'm going over there now, actually, for dinner. Gail's there and all.
Oh, she's about due now, isn't she? When's the baby expected?
3rd of January. Nearly a week yet. Of course, it could be later.
Yeah, well, first ones usually are, aren't they?
Well, the 3rd of January is when she's booked into the hospital. That's when she goes in. But you know what they're like nowadays. Do you know, I think unless she has it in 2 days, they'll induce it.
Oh, God, don't tell us how that happens, will you? I don't think I could stand it.
Why do big, tough men always go squeamish when you talk about childbirth?
Ignorance, love. I reckon a lot of them don't even know what causes it.
Present company accepted, I hope.
I bet you had a wild Christmas, Ken. You and Albert swapping funny hats, pulling crackers and all that.
You must be joking.
Oh, it's a shame.
Actually, I'm thinking of treating myself to make up for it. I'm toying with the idea of buying a car.
Oh, what sort?
Oh, nothing ambitious, Mike. Not the sort of thing you go for. You know, just something to get me from A to B.
No, don't get a car. They're a hell of an expense to run, you know. I mean, if you can do without one, you're best without.
Yes, so everybody keeps telling me, but they're invariably car owners.
Don't you let it put you off. You can't beat your own wheels. There are a lot of bargains about, especially if you haven't got a trade-in. You can really beat the price down.
All right, well, I'll bear that in mind. Thanks very much. Actually, the main reason for getting it is so I can get up to Glasgow more often, see Peter and Susan. I mean, the train fares are terrible.
Yeah. You get one, Ken. You can take me out in it.
Yeah, it's another snag.
Well, I don't know whether to serve up or not.
Did my mum definitely say she was coming?
Oh, yes, you're positive. Well, I think she was.
Yeah. Well, we'll give her another 5 minutes, then if she don't come back, then we might as well start, because it's all ready, isn't it?
You all right, love?
So, love.
Yeah, I think I just... Oh.
Oh, love, is it Babby?
Well, it can't be, can it? I mean, it's not due yet, is it?
That's what you think. This Babby might have other ideas. Come on, love, sit down.
Well, it might just be a stitch or something, but I don't think I...
Oh, love, have you had this pain before?
Not like this, no.
Oh, I think you might have started, love.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. I called in at the Rovers for one and got talking. What's up?
Nothing. There's no need to fuss. I'm all right.
Yeah, listen, nobody's fussing, love. I think baby might have started.
What? Oh, are you sure, Luffy?
No, how the heck do I know? I've never had...
Oh! Look, you do sometimes get funny little pains when you get in here, but you mightn't have started labour. It isn't easy to tell, is it?
Huh? Don't look at me, love. I'm just a useless fella, me.
Gail, is it like a touching feeling, love?
It's like nothing I've had before. I think it might be on the way.
Look, you see, it's no good messing about, is it? We better get her to hospital.
Yeah.
I think I'd better.
Get a taxi.
Don't talk so wet. She's getting pains too close together for that. Get on phone for an ambulance. Go on, Bert, shift yourself.
Hi.
Hi.
Don't be like that, Karen. I've only come to talk to you.
Thought you weren't speaking to me anymore.
It's not me that's not speaking.
You haven't been near, have you? Not since you made that scene on Christmas Eve.
Me?
Yes, you, and don't look so surprised about it. You really embarrassed me.
What am I supposed to do when I see you with another bloke?
You were dead rude. I can talk to who I like. I can go out with them as well if I want. You don't own me, you know. Anyway, if you cared that much, you wouldn't have gone away at Christmas, would you?
Yeah, well, I come back, didn't I? I come back to see you.
I didn't know you were going to come back. Why didn't you phone us something? Suppose you think I should sit at home waiting for you till you decide to call.
Listen, Karen, I can't talk here. Come over our house for a minute.
I've got to go to work.
I don't want to fall out with you, Karen.
I don't want to fall out either.
Come on, just for a minute, eh?
I'll be late for work. I can't.
What about tonight, then? Shall we go out?
I don't know about tonight.
Look, after work, come over to our house. I'll be waiting.
Okay. I'll see you then. Tra.
Ta-ra.
Wish Brian were here.
I'm with you, lovey. There's nothing to worry about.
I've put a nightgown and a few toilet things in there.
Oh, thank you, lovey.
You will tell him, won't you?
Oh, we'll tell him, love. Don't you worry.
I'd best go in, Bert.
Hang on a minute, love. She wants her mum with her. She'll be all right with her.
Oh, I hope so.
Hey up, Albert. How's this cold weather suit you then?
Oh, I don't mind cold. It's the blooming damn that gets me down.
Nah, it gets any bones round here.
You're right, it does. But mind you, this is a tedious time of year for me.
How's that?
Well, I like to go down to my allotment, you know. It's no use going down this time of year. There's nothing you can do. It's too cold to sit in shed.
Ah, well, cheer up. You'll soon be riding around in a car, won't you?
Huh?
You're Ken buying a new car, that's what I hear.
No, is he?
Ah, well, I haven't got it wrong. That's what we're told, though.
Oh, well. Hilda's clocking up some hours today, isn't she? I asked her to go upstairs, a very special cleaning. Well, she's been on that bathroom for half an hour to my knowledge. Ooh, you can hear her singing away. Perhaps she thinks it helps her voice.
Or it's force of habit. Abner and Stan haven't got a bolt on bathroom door.
Well, I hope she does a thorough job. I do like to start the new year with a clean house. Oh, 1981. Don't sound right, does it? Don't seem 10 minutes since it was 1950. Do you know, Elizabeth, I am really looking forward to 1981. I feel quietly confident that it will turn out to be a very good year for Britain and the British people.
We could do with one.
I'm confident and all, Mrs. Walker. According to my horoscope, I'm going to have a lot more money in 1981.
Oh, well, that doesn't mean you're changing your job.
Eh?
Well, dear, I'm just wondering where this money's coming from. You see, any wage increase here, which is by no means inevitable, will certainly fall within the single-figure percentage term. I think that's the fashionable jargon.
That's me flattened.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, down, Fairclough.
A pint, please, Bet.
Oh, be champagne soon, won't it?
How do you mean?
When baby gets here, I'll not mind taking a glass with you.
Yeah, it'll be a couple of days yet. Actually, Gail was only saying this morning she's got a feeling it's going to be late.
Hey, don't you know, love? The ambulance has been for her. To your mum's. Oh, just a few minutes ago.
Ambulance?
I'm sorry, love. I thought you knew. Baby's stat. She's all right, I think.
Poor lad. Gave him quite a turn.
Well, I didn't mean to.
Never mind about the poor lad. It's Gail you want to feel a bit of sympathy for.
Oh, I hope she doesn't have a hard time.
Hey, I better sup Brian's pint, don't I?
Oh, we all want locking up.
Come on. Right. Well, thanks very much. Said left 20 minutes since.
Well, don't worry, love, he'll be here. Right, well, you better get off to work,
Oh, I don't know about going back to... Oh, there you are, love. I've been trying to get you at work.
Look, what's all this about? Gail, is she all right?
Yeah, of course she is. Hey, the baby started, though.
What about the ambulance?
Oh, don't worry about that. It's just your mum. She thought we'd be better off ringing for an ambulance, so we did. I dare say she'd have been all right in a taxi, but you know what your mum's like.
Now, give over, Bert. No point in taking risks, is there? She'll be all right, love. Look, your dinner's in the oven. I've kept it hot for you.
No, I'm going to the hospital.
You've time to eat your dinner first.
I guess we'll eat there, Mum. Look, will you ring work, Dad, and tell them what's happened?
Yeah, OK, son.
You've time to have your dinner.
Look, I want to get to Gail, Mum. I'll see you later.
Listen, if there's any news, give us a ring, will you?
Okay.
And watch what you're doing and all. I don't want you walking under buses. Don't have his dinner, you know.
Hey, love, don't be like that. I mean, I was just the same as him, remember, when you were in the hospital carrying him. Right, well, off you go. Get yourself off to work.
Bet I've got half a mind to go round to hospital myself.
Hey, don't do that, love. There's already more visitors than staff. I mean, Gail's mother's there, our Brian's there. What can you do, apart from get under everybody's feet? No, come on. You get yourself off to work like a good little girl. If there's any news, I'll let you know.
Well, you will stop by that phone, won't you?
Of course I will. Have nothing else to do, have I? Right, well, go on then, up it. You've got a job to go to, haven't you? I wish I had.
What's decided about you getting a new car?
Well, I've been thinking about it, yeah.
Well, you never said out to me. How'd you get it from a complete stranger?
Hey, who are you calling a stranger? I've known you, what, over 30 years?
No, I don't mean it that way. What I mean is that, well, I'm family. And I shouldn't be the last to hear about these things.
Just a minute, hang on a minute, Uncle Albert. I mean, if I was thinking of marrying a Javanese temple dancer or emigrating or something like that, then yes, you should be the first to know. But we're talking about a car, a little tin box on wheels that gets you around, that's all.
I dare say Ken wanted to give you a surprise, Albert.
You're one of nature's diplomats, Betty. Let's have another round, shall we?
Oh, well, if we're going to have a car, I might get out of the house a bit more.
Hey, Albert, you're not stuck in the house. I'm in the house more than you are.
But not on proper outings, though. There's lots of places I'd like to see. And I don't mean abroad, either. I were abroad in the First World War.
Yeah, well, there's lots of lovely places to see in this country.
And now York Minster.
Oh,
now, that's a place I'd like to see.
Beautiful.
So if you're going to get a car, happen to make a bit of time for me and take me round to see one or two of these places.
Uncle Albert, if you don't get out, whose fault is that? There aren't many compensations being an old age pensioner, but at least you get cheap travel. There's all sorts of trips you could go on, and you don't have to go on your own, either.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Albert, the Over 60s Club, they do some grand trips.
Oh, well, that's not the same anyhow. And I wouldn't like to go on a trip with old age pensioners. They're all this moaning.
Right, I'll be off now, Mrs. Walker. I think you'll find the house is spotless.
I hope so, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, you could eat your dinner off your bedroom floor.
Thank you, Mrs. Ogden. I shall persevere with the dining room table.
Yes, well, I'll get off home. See if my cleaning lady's done as good a job on our house as I've done on yours.
You know, Hilda, it seems crackers to me. You paying somebody to clean your house for you.
Well, it's my money, isn't it? I can spend it how I want.
Yeah, I know, love, but that's how you earn your money, isn't it? Cleaning, I mean. So what you're earning with one hand, you're paying out with t'other.
Well, what about it? I mean, if you can afford it, you pay somebody to do your decorating, don't you? And you don't keep a cow, you pay the milkman. And what about window cleaning? Now, if everybody cleaned their own windows, my stand wouldn't be working.
He's not working much any road.
No, well, it's worth it to me.
Well, I must say I wholeheartedly agree with Bet. When I told Nellie Harvey that my lady cleaner had her own lady cleaner, she roared. It really is absurd.
Well, you can say what you like. I think it's lovely to get home and find your house all nice and straight. She's a real treasure, that cleaner of mine, you know.
Well, then, in that case, Mrs. Ogden, I suggest that you ask her to call and see me next time she's passing.
What for?
Well, if she's as good as you say she is, I'd be very glad to meet her. I would be delighted to have a super lady cleaner myself.
You've got a real roguish sense of humour, Mrs. Walker. Well, I'll not keep you. I'll get off home.
I doubt if we shall hear any further mention of the paragon with the scrubbing brush, Bet.
Masterly, Mrs. Walker.
Thank you, dear.
Oh,
I'm just off home.
Oh, well, I'm glad I've caught you, love, because I wanted to settle up with you.
Oh, next week will do if you like.
No, I want to settle up, because you see, well, I won't be able to have you anymore. I'm sorry, but that's how it is.
Are you satisfied, then?
Oh, yes, very satisfied. Oh, it's not that. No, it's just that, well, circumstances have changed, you see. It's no reflection on you at all.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh, so am I, love. Honest, I've really liked having you coming and doing the house for me.
Oh, you want 50p change?
No, that's all right, Chuck, you keep it. And if I do hear of anybody wanting a cleaner, I'll get on to you, shall I? I mean, not that there'll be anybody round here. I mean, I do all the cleaning round here, so I do know.
Well, if you do hear anything...
Oh, I'll be on to you right away, never fear.
Well, I'll say cheerio then, Mrs. Ogden.
Ta-ra.
Hello, love.
Hello. Is there any news?
Not much. Brian rang about 3:15. He said they put her in bed.
What, is she main ward?
No, he said something about her room at the side.
Oh, good. That'll be better for visiting. Well, about 3:15, you said?
Yeah.
Well, that's nearly 2 hours since. Aren't you wrong again?
No, love.
What about Gail's mother?
No, but they'll ring if there's any news.
Oh, I hope she's not having a hard time. Still, they give 'em all sorts these days, don't they? Mind you, I think I'll go round here a bit.
Don't do that, love. Don't do that. I mean, let's face it, Audrey's there, Brian's there, not to mention the doctors and nurses. Come on. I think you just might be surplus to requirements.
Well, her mother's not much use, is she? Wouldn't you think she'd give us a ring now and again to keep us in touch with what's happening?
Love, she will if there's any news, all right?
Well, you can't bank on it, can you? Dizzy article she is.
I'll go. Oh, hello, love. We were just talking about you.
Oh, what's up? Something's happened?
No, everything's fine. She's not having the baby. Not yet, anyway.
What, you mean it were all a false alarm?
Hell, I'll go to Buxton.
She wasn't in properly, but those pains she was having, they just stopped.
Oh, I've been that strung up. I've been on pins all afternoon. Where is Gail, then? Are they keeping her in or what?
Oh, no, they say it could be another week yet. No, she and Brian have gone off home. I put them in a taxi. I just thought I'd come here and give you the news.
Oh, how's she feeling?
Well, a bit flummoxed. She doesn't know if she's coming or going.
Hey, do you want to go to bed, love?
No, I'm all right.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry I'm being such a nuisance, messing everybody about.
Give over, you're not a nuisance. Now, look, sit down, I'll make a cup of tea.
Brian,
What?
hold me a minute.
Hey?
Just hold me. Please. I can't stop long. Mum will have me tea ready.
Come here a minute.
What are you doing? What do you think? Get her off, you daft thing. Is your gran here?
No, she's not back from work yet.
Look, I thought you wanted to talk to me.
Yeah, I do. What are we doing tonight? Do you fancy the pictures?
Tonight? I can't, Martin.
Why not?
Well, I'm sorry. It's just not convenient. I've other arrangements made.
Like what?
Doesn't matter, does it? I've made them now.
Look, I thought we'd sorted all this out, Karen. I thought we were back together again.
Yes, we are, but I can't go out with you tonight. And look, Martin, don't get funny, but I've already arranged to go out with Paul tonight.
See that bloke you were with on Christmas Eve?
Yes, and he asked me to go out with him tonight, you see, and I said I would.
You must have gone off me then.
No, honest.
Well, ring him up and tell him you've changed your mind.
Can't do that.
Well, you can't like me as much as you like him.
Yes, I do. Of course I do. I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Well, why are you going out with this other bloke then? He's much too old for you anyway.
He's only 23?
Like I said, he's miles too old for you.
Well, I don't think so. Look, I'm not planning on marrying him, you know. I've only gone out for a meal with him. He's very nice.
And I bet he's got a car and plenty of money and that.
Look, if that's what you think...
No, I don't. I didn't mean that, Karen. Don't go.
Stop getting at me, then. As bad as me dad, the way you keep picking at me.
Yeah, well, I think a lot about you. I love you, and I thought you were keen on me.
I am. It's just that I don't want to feel locked up. And we've had nice times, Martin. I like going out with you. Can't we just carry on like that?
Can't you ring him up and tell him you can't see him tonight?
I've told you. I've said I'll meet him. Just because I like him doesn't mean I've gone off you. Oh, Martin, don't spoil things. I've only just managed to get away from me dad running me life for me. Anyway, I better go. Mum's going to wonder where I am. I'll see you tomorrow if you like.
Oh, don't go yet.
Look.
Oops. Oh, hello, love. Had a nice Christmas?
Yes, thanks. I was just off, actually.
Oh, sure. Our friends again, eh? Ah, just you listen to Elsie and you won't go far wrong. What's up?
She's gone out with that other bloke, hasn't she? The one I was telling you about.
Oh, I see. So it's all off again now between you.
Well, not exactly. She said she'd already arranged to go out with him. I asked her to put it off, but she said she wouldn't. She says she still likes me, but I don't see how she can.
Of course she does. Look, Karen's a nice girl. If she's made arrangements with this lad, she doesn't want to let him down. And it's not as if you're engaged to her, Martin. Now, come on, be reasonable. I'll put the kettle on.
It would be different if we were engaged.
You know, I can understand Karen's point of view. As much as she likes you, she doesn't want to feel she's tied down to the one boy.
Ken gets a new car tomorrow, but Uncle Albert's not impressed. That's tomorrow at 6:30. Next night, Love is in the Air, along with Surgical Spirit.